This is not the part that Swan is talking about, but I feel like it's kind of funny. So it's just gonna go in lute percussion. Where was this? Ah, okay, this has the right. I don't remember when I started screaming.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our lovely game. My name is Swan, and shit has hit the fan. I will let our lovely players let you all know of what happened at last session.
Oh, damn it. Making us think, Swan.
But twists and turns have occurred.
Has contacted the turbine.
Welcome back to Fall of Lumos. Can someone tell us what happened last session?
Kaya did a wonderful, sorry, I should say Vale did a wonderful job absolutely emasculating a member of a committee.
I know. That was like when Roven fucking talked me up. I could not fucking keep my shit straight on that one. I couldn't even keep to my lines. Thank you, Miss Vale, for that.
I mean, at least everybody was entertained.
So it's good.
Go.
We have a warehouse. We were given a warehouse.
Hold on, I think you're skipping ahead a little bit there, quite a bit actually.
I'm just like giving out bullet points.
So if I'm correct, the session started off with everyone reconvening at the Drippy Barrel. Is that right?
Yeah.
And from there, a couple discussions were had. Nothing too earth-shattering. Nox and Vale are still on bitter ends, and
Nox and Vale aren't talking to each other very much. That's all.
Yeah. Though we arranged, or we didn't arrange. We then went on our way out to the grand meeting, which has been held off, unless I'm missing something. But I think we went right there.
Which meeting? Oh, nope. You guys went off to the council meeting.
Yeah. So at the council meeting, we were met with kind welcoming arms. Not nothing too inhospitable, but at the same point, nothing too restrictive.
Oh no, we were entirely inhospitable.
Like the guards at the front were fine.
Oh no, the guards were fine, but you never expect the guards to be like antagonistic unless you've recently slaughtered somebody in the street. Unless you're Roven, because obviously he's blending into the wall for some reason.
Oh yeah, Roven showed that the guards are really bad at their jobs.
Maybe just.
The city technically never had guards. They were just more. Yeah, you know what? Go ahead.
Yeah, Roven snuck in, and so we sat at the edge of the meeting hall, listening to essentially the recollection of what happened through the one survivor that we caught, or that we rescued, and she explained how a man essentially brutally tortured everyone on their ship and then shoved them in barrels and eventually more or less spaced them. Sad part is
repeatedly, and then pulled them back in, and then spaced them again.
Yeah.
That was pretty fucked up.
Yeah, no shit. Someone needs to die. Bitch is gonna get stabbed and shot. Mm-hmm. Then from that, it turned out a few of the council members were very much
skeptical.
Yeah, while others were absolutely distraught to hear this. One of the members
some of them had a heart. The rest of them had paper.
Deemed it that it was actually an attempt to a scheme to save their business, the Drippy Barrel business of the Drippy Barrel.
Because obviously,
I'm still annoyed about this.
And as you heard, Bale was completely emasculated, one of them, because commentary came to our group, and Bale did not stand for that shit. There is very little shit she stood for, and that was one of them. During the conversation, though, evidence was brought out, and thankfully the people of the Drippy Barrel were heard out by the others. And unless I'm skipping too far ahead, we ended with being granted a warehouse as a place of belonging, which affected Nox quite greatly. We were being asked to continue on our job until a large commotion was heard outside. And there we are, as far as I recall, unless I'm missing something.
You guys left the council meeting to what seemed to be the destruction of your city, as large asteroids of green leapt over the wall. Do you want to continue, or you want me to keep going?
No, at this point, this is yours now.
The survivors quickly were able to make their way onto automated vehicles provided by Rayleigh and Yai Stoneshard, and made their ways through the districts trying to cleanse the area of the plague runners as they attacked denizens and began to slaughter the innocent. People started to flee for the delves below, or whatever ship they could find their way out, but quickly found that the port was inaccessible due to the description of an unknown ship that had made its way towards the port. Your team tore apart quite a few plague runners in quite dastardly ways, may I say.
You
I
were
now
just
understand
used all
Nox's fascination with firearms.
Here comes.
And
the
as
heat.
you guys were just finishing up with one of the last fires, as you progress closer towards the port's mouth, you were just briefly able to spot Rudex running out from the panicked people as she spotted your group collectively running on the only mechanized vehicles in the area. And she was informing you that they were unable to find Enki, the little girl, and they believe that she possibly is in the farming district, one of the locations that's been hit by a meteor.
Oh no.
Yes. And this is where
Ladies and-
Nox told the compression to assist the who was the one that was driving the mech?
Really?
Rayleigh told Rayleigh to go to the farming district and take compression with her, and initially was suggested that we go the ship to end the barrages.
So that's where I will leave you all. You have your choice. Go and save Anxi, or try to mitigate the damage as much as possible at the port first.
Say that out loud.
Can't we do both?
Again, I just wanted to
I guess that
give
was
the
actually
option.
my response last time.
I will tell you, as upsetting of the moment it is, as you guys stare closer towards the water's edge of the coastal district, like a small pirate ship, you see a flood of 11 goblins, one holding on to the very far back, and a kobold riding on the back of a large crocodile, as they seem to be screaming at the crowd to escape where they can. They are making impeccable timing per the suggestion of Nox and team to warn and direct people away.
Nox, if I might make an observation, those goblins seem to be more effective and organized than the city officials.
That is a little bit embarrassing.
Jesus Christ, how horrifying.
You
I'm
can even
proud of little
see
bastards.
from a close look that even Kirk is being held on by one of the goblins as they're trying to move people away from the coast. But in the far distance, you can
You can what?
effectively run away. Everyone get to safety, run.
Should we send them over to the farming district while we continue on our way to the ship?
They're actually just following the water canal. They're quite far out from where you guys are.
They might indeed mount an effective rescue. That might not be a bad idea.
I could cast Fly to make my way over to them. Oh, no, wait, I don't think I have Fly anymore, do I? Shit, I don't think I do.
Nox, if you wish to cut over them, I could probably carry you over there.
Or we can just send our winged friend alone. He could probably fly faster without carrying a load.
But I do not believe that these people know of our winged friend.
At least not yet, anyway, and I don't know of them. It'd be more comfortable if they actually had someone they were familiar with.
I am not that heavy. I think you should be able to carry me. If it makes things quicker and we can continue onto the ship, I think we should take that course of action.
I can drop you with them, but I would need to go to the ship myself if we're to use it.
No, you're going to... my hope is for you to carry me over there so I can tell them where to go and take me back so we may continue our offense together.
Yeah, that would make more sense. If you're willing, I'm definitely willing to try.
I shall return, friends. Nox is going to stand in front of Eris and look at him like, what do I do?
I'll just start flapping, proceed to grab a hold of him gently so not to tear into him with the talons by any means, and then fly off toward the goblins.
Give me a strength or apologies, a athletics check to be able to carry him, because he is, although smaller than you, still of heavy weight.
He's only 40 pounds.
Yeah, but you got all your shit on you. I didn't mean to say it like that. I just mean, like,
gotcha.
you got a lot of stuff to like lug.
Yeah, good point.
Your possessions are not
Your
weightless.
carry-on.
Your carry on.
Well, that may not work, but
Nox is going to place his hand on Eris and give him a guidance.
You're having severe trouble kind of getting... You're used to your abilities lifting your own body, but the moment of having to lift something, especially not exactly an unmoving package, if you will, parcel, it's difficult to kind of get a good flight off. You can give it another shot if you want, but you'll watch as the goblins slowly start to leave view as they pass towards the reverie.
try it again.
And again, he's going to cast guidance, which is going to give you an additional 1d4 if I'm correct.
Go ahead. After the first attempt, you definitely feel like you can get your
Gauge the weight properly, and then I proceed to give more thrust and take off in that direction.
You take off over the building, seeing people fleeing for the houses and immediately shutting their windows. Some people actually look up to you and immediately start to run inside, trying to figure out what's going on. Some people beg for your help as they can see some kind of possible solution away from the runners. The individuals who don't even pay mind seem almost confused and lost in the attention. But as you pass over the reverie, you are able to spot the gator and its cohorts as they just are about to cross underneath the bridge of the reverie.
I'll keep flying in their direction, trying to get to them as quick as possible.
Friends! It is the Boommakers! Hold your progress for a moment!
With your calling out to them, they are able to see you, and you can see as all the goblins seem to turn in your direction, the one holding Kirk having his hand over the top of their mouth, but they all seem to be cheering in your direction.
Sadly, you did cut out, but I think it is well understood.
Yeah, I know. I forgot. I'm getting used to I have a new button I'm clicking. But go on, yes.
If you can, please
You are
Eris,
able
fly
to
me close.
I'll get in as
One-
close as possible.
the one playing the bone ocarina seems to direct the Katakoa to kind of come to a slowing stop and float in the water among these churning waves. It's difficult to initially gauge where these people are kind of floating because the water is being so unstill at this moment. But you are able to get within close proximity.
Where is the? I'm looking at the map. Where's the farmlands again?
The farming district is on the opposite side of the coral district. It is on the right-hand side. It is the only green left.
Gotcha. Okay. So Nox, having his chirp in hand, quickly going over the map, gonna get close to them with Thankaveris.
Dag, it is good to see you. I request your assistance of a most urgent kind.
Your way, bootmakers! As all of them seem to be cheering, Kirk seems to be struggling more to like get free, and there as more goblins pile on top of him.
Nox is gonna just chuckle at the odd bundle of them all.
You hear kind of a grunt from Katakoa.
Dag, over in that direction is a bunch of farmland. Supposedly a child has gone missing. We have a friend over there in a big metal constructoid that is shooting big booms. Can you go over there and assist her in searching for this child and defending them? It would mean a lot to me.
Dag will immediately point his dagger in the opposite direction towards where the farming district is, where you have indicated, and you'll hear the loud from the bone ocarina as the goblins immediately start taking off. You can see how quickly in water that a giant crocodile moves 40 feet. So going 80 feet in 6 seconds is very quick as they immediately take off towards the coral district and then eventually into the farming.
All right, let's head back.
They didn't even wait for a response from you.
Seeing that they're taking off in the direction under the direction they were given, I will return to the group.
That is Dag. It is an interesting situation with them, but the nice thing is that they are on our side.
A friend of yours is a friend of mine.
Let us go rescue this city.
You guys return to the group?
Yep.
Elnaya, Vale, Rovan, you all see your companions returning back to you over the wall of houses.
Nox is gonna just smile and give a thumbs up.
So what's your plan?
I think it is time for us to go to the ship, my friend. We need to stop that thing from launching anymore. At least I feel so.
Let's get after it.
All right. So, you all collectively warn yourselves. Just move your tokens. Who is driving the gunman right now?
That would be what's her face? Was it Amara?
Amira's not with you.
Yeah, wasn't she? Okay, no, yeah, Mira went in different directions, didn't she? There was
It was the lady who made it.
Nope, you sent Rayleigh to go purify the market district.
Okay, last I recall was we were told that Rayleigh was with us in the mech, and we said, Rayleigh, you take compression, go find the kid.
And then you said you were going to take the gun mech with you.
Nope.
You were going to send.
I actually told her to take it because we weren't going to need it for the ship.
Okay, so you don't have the gun mech at all.
Nope. I took that risk.
You do have the bike.
You do have your bike. Yes, that's fine. I don't know why she's over here. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, now we're.
It's been a week.
Okay.
I do hope it was not a mistake not taking that mech with us, but I think she needs it more than we do.
Sorry, everyone. Just getting this equipped. As you slowly start to approach, you hear what sounds like a large warping sound and see floods of people fleeing from the port. Even the Thrytreen guards, who normally would be guarding or attempting to help the portsmiths, seem to be rattled with fear as they hug the walls of the inner corners. Everyone that's closer towards the Coral District seems to be doing their standard running about, but these people are shuttered in fear entirely. As you feel the atmosphere of the room, of the area change as you make your way towards the port. You eventually get to the port. And look out to see a massive structure that seemingly hovers above the air.
How did no one
Most-
spot this?
I'm so sorry. There's another sound effect that's not going on. As you enter into the area, rain and lightning seem to be picking up as this green atmospheric storm swirls around this ship. You see dozens, if not hundreds, of the plague runners dropping from the bottom of this ship. Some of them are able to catch themselves on pieces of the canopy and pull themselves towards the underside of Omea 6. Some of them just drop into the void. They don't seem to be too concerned about personal safety, as many bodies on the lower decks just lay crumbled and broken. No life seems to be flickering about, as most of the residents and denizens have fled from the port. You can see most of the ships have actually left. Those that aren't are tied down by large chain that seems to have been deployed, holding the ships at far distances as more of a protection system to essentially keep the port safe and accessible for emergency services without losing the ships. In the far distance, you can see your own ship hovering out, being held back by one of these large chains. The entire ship itself is crawling with plague runners. I mean, this entire thing is. It is gargantuan in size.
This city will be overrun if this is not removed.
I don't think anyone was exactly planning to let it stick around.
How do you propose we get rid of it?
Cadros, have you got any ideas? Has anyone else got any ideas?
Trying to try and get together the road.
Sorry, what?
Okay, am I remembering correctly, or are they not throwing meteors at us, and were we not going to borrow a boat and get up there and hopefully stop the meteor?
Your mic has gone absolute shite there, Z.
Oh, balls. Is that better?
Oh, massively.
Huh, I guess I just needed to unplug it and plug it back in again.
It happens. Alright, say that again, please.
Do we not need to go up and deal with the affair of whatever is throwing meteors at us? Is that not what we were here for?
I believe that's there.
Do we see anything of a reasonable size for us to all crowd onto and get off the ground without half an hour of pre-flight checks?
Can I get a perception check?
Sure. Sorry, let me just pull my sheet up. I probably not right, because the
I see nothing.
Do you see nothing?
Nox got a 14.
Okay.
All right, there it is.
Well,
16.
And Eris?
An 11, I believe.
Nice.
Oh, sorry, I see it. The storm is difficult to hear through as the lightning cracks, and the area is filled with this eerie green fog. Anaya, just through this sound, you can hear what almost picks up like a radio going off over on Rayleigh's workbench to your far left.
All right, Nia's going to be like, I hear something over here, and go over there to the left, towards the radio and the workbench.
Those that got underneath a 15, it's hard to see any ship that would be immediately available without having to run all the way out to one of the connecting cords. It doesn't appear that any ship that would have been usable seems to be functioning at this time, as you can almost see overboard several of the broken pieces of the barges generally used for repairing ships have either smashed or been tampered with. I wouldn't say tampered with, but it's effectively destroyed. On the same end, you can see a large number of the plague runners over the edges, as they seem to be trying to find their way into the sub-levels of Omiya 6.
I see nothing, friends. Anyone see anything?
Does the station not have any defenses at all? Like weapons?
I never
You
inquired.
don't... Oh, go ahead, please.
Sorry. I never inquired. It's not one of those things that you come aboard and go, "Hi, thank you for having us. Where are your defenses?"
Is there anything visible in the air?
You don't see any particular ships or automated systems at this time. Most of these asteroid cities usually would have their own, I would use the term militia, but as you had seen from the Thrycreen guards that are currently cowering in the distance, it is unlikely they are going to help you at this moment.
It seemed like we were on our own with this now, yes?
Unfortunately, that seems to be the habit for us.
I guess that makes us lucky ones.
More for us to kill.
And you can still hear the radio cracking in the distance.
Nia went over there to pick up the radio and do the thing.
Yeah, where did Nia go?
Another excellent question.
So Nia goes to pick up the the radio and brings it back. Well, first she checks and it's like, "Hello, anyone there?" Hello? Hello?
You can hear me.
You're a little fuzzy.
Can't quite
Try
hear
now.
you, Moira.
Can you hear me now?
You're kind of audible, yeah.
The chirp you pick up effectively kind of just hangs by its lonesome. It looks to be almost like just a side chirp, but from it.
Yeah, you cut it again.
Can you hear me?
Yes, hello, hi, yes, I hear you.
Can y'all hear me, or is the connection difficulty like that bad?
I did not hear anything after that hello.
Okay, so it's a radio voice, but coming through, you can hear it. It's yeah. Is this the Bard girl?
Yes, hi, yeah, it's Nia Combe. Yes, it's me. Hi, what's up?
Where's Ray Ray? Oh, I mean Rayleigh.
Remind me who that is? I'm sorry, I'm having a really hard
The other
time.
one, she's gone to the but she's the one who's gone to the farming distance.
Right.
District.
She went to the farming district. She was the one driving the thing, right? The armor thing. Okay, yeah. She's taken her machine over to the farming district to hopefully rescue a child and some other people who are still there.
Okay, at least thank the God she's safe. What's it looking like over there? I can't see from my angle.
Nia holds the chirp up, squints at it. Can you see through this thing?
God bless her.
No, it's a chirp. no, sweetie, I can't.
Right. Oh, sorry.
I can. I'm at the top of the tower. I'm at the top of the spire. I can just see the top of it, or a good portion. I saw what looked like a wave, but beyond that, it's all foggy and storms.
We can't see terribly much down here either. It looks like the barges are all broken and there's no one here. Hopefully that's because they all left and not because, goddess forbid.
Can you tell me what it is?
Sorry, what?
Can you tell me what are we looking at?
Well, right now here in the port district, we're looking at not a lot of light, no people. Ships still seem. Do all the ships seem to still be there? Are there like gaps in the berths?
The ones that were not linked down are either destroyed below or seemingly missing. Ones that... Okay. Go ahead.
Sorry, there appear to be some missing. Sorry, the ones. Please continue. I didn't mean to interrupt.
You're fine, but she'll be like, can you tell who owns the ship?
Ma'am, I just got here. I have no idea.
Can you tell what type it is or anything?
I'm going to take you over to the others because I don't know much about ship varieties, but I'm sure our pilot does. So I'm just going to. Nia takes the chirp and goes over and is like, okay, out of character. She would remember the name. I am again drawing a blank. But,
Paris. Paris.
No, I know your name. I mean the person Nia's talking to.
Yai. Yai was the one you met in the forge room.
Right. It's Yai. She was asking about Rayleigh. She's asking what ships are still here. I don't know what they are exactly, but you're the pilot, so I'm hoping you do. And she hands the chirp over to Eris.
I'll take the chirp and you describe what ships I see here, for what I recognize.
Eris, give me, I believe your feat would actually apply in this situation. Give me the insight check with a +2.
How do I do the insight +2?
Just look up your insight. which depending upon is going to let me see it or not. Your insight. You are having severe difficulty telling what anything is right now with this massive storm, and trying to see these particular ships out into the distance is also just as complicated. It is incredibly difficult.
Nox is
Tell
gonna
him.
sigh and just like as Nia hands it to Eris, like I can take it. I know her.
I'll hand it over.
Noxia.
Oh, hi Nox. Good to see you again. What is it that's on over there?
All the ships have been evacuated. It's hard to tell from this distance. All we know is that there is a massive monolith-type creature here that's the basis of all your problems, and they are spreading fast. What sort of
Anyone
defenses?
Oh, go ahead, please.
Oh, sorry. Bit of chat delay there. Apologies.
No, please go ahead. You.
What sort of defenses does this place have? Because you're going to need every single one of them.
You kind of rode on the only defense with Ray Ray. The station wasn't exactly designed to have any militia on it. We're a trading port, but I have something that may be able to help, but I need to know what I'm looking at, and I need to know what I'm aiming at. Can someone at least identify what we're... I think it's a Spelljammer. I just don't know what type. If somebody can at least look at it or figure out where the hold is, I can take care of the rest, but I'm going to be vulnerable, so you're going to need to do your best to keep it busy. Anyone looking at the ship, you all can do a Arcana check.
Ooh, perfect.
Okay. Excellent. I'm actually good at that.
And Eris, I'll let you re-roll as an Arcana if you like.
For some reason, this.
I got there, kind of there.
Nox got a 23.
This is not working.
Oh
for some
my
reason.
god.
Sorry, roll 20 is not letting me in. Give me a moment. I was
Roll
on.
Jesus.
an
it,
18 for Arcana.
Evidently, Arcana was the way to go in this campaign because apparently everyone has Arcana.
I mean, oh, for fuck's sake.
Robin has a minus
for
1
fuck's
to
sake.
Arcana. Uh-oh. The site just went...
Yeah, it kicked me out too, and I can't
Oh, for fuck.
can't get back in.
That's weird.
Well, at least it's
Restart
not
your
just
browser.
me. All right.
Uh,
Well, I suppose we could do a 5-minute tea break if everyone wants. While everyone gets reloaded back in.
That would be an excellent time to do that, I think.
Oh, okay, that was fun.
Oh, I just got kicked off again. Roll 20 may be having a heart attack.
Just a bit.
Oh, yeah, I just did.
Yep, kicked me directly out as I logged in.
Me as well.
Wow, that happened.
Can I get back in?
Investigating
The
login
answer-
issues that are kicking users from games. Thanks for your patience.
Oh.
Ah,
30 minutes ago.
Oh.
So our timing's just shite.
Well, yeah, everyone go take a break.
all right.
Okay, why is there
That's
Twitter
very-
not... Oh, I'm just going to stop now.
all back.
I think we're all back. That was kind of weird.
Let me know.
Yep, we're good to go.
Sorry, everyone. Technical issues on behalf of Roll20. Thanks, Roll20. Anyway, moving on. As you stare up at the large objective ship that seems to be sitting above, you get a good look at these pointed tendrils that seem to be flapping slowly with the winds that kick up in the storm. And it becomes more apparent that these are actually eye stalks.
No,
What you're looking at
Not again.
is the old, decrepit ruins of a tyrant ship. The ships previously used by beholders.
so we're gonna have to kill this with fire. Lots and lots of fire. Do we have a lot of fire? How many barrels of alchemist's fire can we rustle up from like this general vicinity? Surely they use it as fuel or something. We need a lot of fucking fire.
Maya,
No two-
Agreed. This must be destroyed immediately with prejudice. Extreme prejudice.
Nox is going to relay to through the chirp. It is an old tyrant ship that has been taken over by these. Fuck, what are the little creatures called again?
Plague bears. Plague bears.
Plague runners.
They're called plague runners from us. What do we?
Little?
Would Nox know where the hell the whole what was she asking for the? Ah, for the love of fuck!
Is the weak spot visible,
With
or
the-
is it just something you have to know about?
With your collective knowledge together, you guys would know that the Spelljammer location is on the middle deck of this particular ship.
Where's the magazine?
The
How
magazine.
far up is it?
The magazine.
Oh,
is,
this thing, it is not
Which
touching
is-
anything at this time. It is floating at least like 40 feet up in the air.
Is there anything relative to it?
The magazine was
Available?
essentially where they keep all their ammunition. By the by.
So it's essentially powered by beholders, which would be located inside.
Powered by.
Powered by, except for the helm.
Sorry.
Okay,
Powered
so
by? Like a battery worth of beholders? Or
Yes.
like
this thing can hold up to 10 beholders.
Oh God.
So each of the eye stalks effectively is more like a lens for which a beholder would use its own ability through.
moving?
We behold don't.
You got a better idea.
Nope, we're going to have to, but that doesn't mean I like it.
I don't like it either.
You're going to hear over the radio again. So do we know what it is? You said tyrant?
Yes, an old beholder tyrant ship.
Oh my. All right.
That wasn't what we said.
I'm gonna need time.
We don't have a lot of that.
Well, we're gonna have to make some.
Fine.
What are you firing at this thing?
My apologies. I'm trying to get a proper looking thing up here. Da 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 da. I put too many tokens in, and then I didn't label any of them.
I fail to see how it's a small world is relevant in this circumstance.
It's a fuck world after all.
There's beholders in the world.
Everybody's gonna die at the
We need to correct this now.
Yep.
Very fun. I've
The end of the world as we know it.
you hear coming from the ship. Thank you, ship heiress. You hear some crackling over the radio, like it's being dropped a couple times, and then you hear clinking of metal, and you hear, just make sure to stay busy and just be careful. There's a storm or something out there. The eye out.
Well, at least we got our orders.
So, who's thinking of going on that ship?
I guess you don't have much of a choice.
I volunteer. This worked before. I
Now,
also
if we
have
get
no
to our
guarantee
ship,
that-
what kind of armaments does our ship have?
Us.
A catapult.
Right, this
Catapult
worked
for
before.
what?
I'm gonna start scouting for like ways I could potentially get on this ship, either catapulting myself onto it or climbing. This is a terrible idea.
So this thing is floating?
It is up in the air, is not touching any particular mast or piece at this time. The closest you could probably get is that winch that's probably right underneath it. You could maybe get that up. It would cut about half the distance. But you watch still as further plague runners are dropping off this thing and out from the bottom. Its orbital end at the bottom, kind of like an in-made dome, concave dome, as further bodies seem to fall.
Skiffs, there's...
Eris,
Damn it.
can you carry me?
I can certainly try,
And
but
if...
I don't think the two of us will do much this ship by ourselves.
Especially
Well,
if
let
it
me put
sees you.
Especially, well, look, are there any other options? Because my best guess, and this, I agree, is an absolutely miserably terrible idea, is I go on there, hope I'm not seen, and then potentially go assassinate whatever it is that's making this thing move.
Congratulations, you've killed it and it's stuck here.
It is unlikely you will receive in this. You will. It's unlikely that you will succeed in this. If I might make a recommendation, though, you may be able to sneak aboard and provide a way for the rest of us to enter and assist.
I could always just fly a rope up to it and give you guys access through that.
That sounds like an even better idea for now.
Can you do it without being seen? Stealth and the element of surprise would be our best option at this point.
With that many eyes, it'd be hard to sneak up on something of that sort.
Especially when those eyes, as soon as they see you, they fire a shot at the beholder.
There's no guarantee that there's beholders on this thing, just because it can carry them.
Those are still its weapons. And why risk it? Do you want to be petrified and dropped into space?
Do I want to lose this entire asteroid?
Trust me, I don't want to lose it either. I finally have a home.
I'm aware of that.
Nox is now at this point literally pacing back and forth, trying to look at anything that they could be used. Going through
These
all
cranes
these
here,
items.
could they be used to launch or maneuver something in the way?
Judging by the length of the crane, by the length of the ship, we're not going to likely make it. We may still have to jump, or we'd at least shorten the distance, but...
I might be able to use them to throw a cable to it, maybe. Depending on how quickly we can swing them.
And we still have to climb.
Wait a second. No, never mind.
Nox is literally looking through all of his stuff.
Vale's gonna pick up a rock and just throw it past where the beams might be looking. I want to see if anything actually like moves to watch it.
Okay, give me give me an attack roll with improvise. So I guess just a straight dex throw.
Nat 20.
Damn.
Oh my god, where were you aiming?
Holy shit.
Just arcing through as many lenses as possible, just to see if they follow it. Like enough that it's like they have like trying to aim so that they have to follow it, but not like like if they're watching, they'd follow. Kind of like a cat or a dog.
You guys watch Vale pick up what effectively would be a piece of scrap metal off the ground with enough heft. You kind of toss it in your hand a couple times, and then you lob it with intense strength. It flies up, and all you hear is the eye stalks seem to be flailing with the motions of the storm, but don't change in direction. The closer you actually look at the eye stalks, the more than you notice that a few of them are actually missing their focusing lens pieces. They don't react to your piece of metal.
I see.
Eris?
No, you don't.
Kairos,
They
right?
don't.
Eris, yeah.
Eris.
They appear to be inactive.
Do you think you can grab one and bring it down to the dock for us?
Grab one of the eyes?
Yes, one of the empty ones.
Would they stretch that far?
Nox is going to do some calculations. Will they stretch that far?
They will not stretch that far.
Will they stretch to a crane?
You see the things in the bottom from the picture, but these things are way up top.
Oh, okay, they're on the other side.
They are like all the way up there. For the record, this thing has a.
Gotcha.
Sorry, please hold. Sorry. So for the record, this thing's beam to keel is 100 by 100.
Oh no.
That eye stalk will not come down that far.
Alright, do we... How much rope do we have? And do we have something that could function as a grappling hook?
Do we have a grappling hook?
That's a very good question.
Does anyone have a grappling hook? You can look around to see if you can find something.
Alright, I guess...
You can do an investigation check.
I got hemp rope 35 feet.
We need something to put on the end of it, and we need some way to launch it up at that thing.
Why launch? You got a flyer right here.
Yes, but does he really want to, like, get close enough to jam this into the fleshy bits? I suppose if he feels up to it, I shan't stop him, but...
I'm not opposed. Not unfamiliar with.
Right. How much rope do we have total? You have 35 feet. I'd swear I had some, but I'm...
Perhaps we can fashion a grappling hook out of these pitons. And Robin will pass them over.
Well, if he's going to be jamming them in, then the pitons themselves should probably be fine. The only reason we'd need a grappling hook is if we were throwing it up and hoping it catches on something.
Well, you're also a pilot, so
How
you
far away
probably
is
know how to
actually
fashion a proper rope.
From the looks of it, Eris, it is a good far distance out on the horizon. The purpose of this chain deployment system is that should these kind of events occur where a natural disaster happens, if all the ships being located in one location get destroyed, there would be no one to go on effectively perform a rescue. This effectively moves the property away from the port so it can be retrieved later.
How would one go about retrieving this?
There's usually a series of winches located at the I'm trying to think of the appropriate word, at the connecting point between the line.
We have access to these winches?
You guys can see them around.
Suggestion is we get our ship closer to use its armies to bear instead of trying to get on the ship ourselves, or at least use it to get to the ship. Seems like a more effective use of time to get our ship here. That's more useful than just us.
I worry what this thing will do to our ship if it hits it, though.
No different than what this thing's doing with this asteroid as it sits. Do you
Fuck
feel
it.
like we're enough power in ourselves to deal with this, or do we need something bigger, powerful to deal with it?
It sounds like that we have someone with a bigger gun that's coming to shoot this, but again, it's... Fuck!
All comes down to how do we keep it distracted, but do we need to keep it distracted, or just let it sit here and shoot it that way? Like, do we need to distract it at all?
The longer it sits...
What else is it doing? Is it just still dropping play carriers?
It is dropping play carriers.
Can I
Otherwise,
get
is
some pot shots at those?
it? Can you throw? How far can you throw?
$60 feet?
Okay, it's about at least 150 feet out.
Never mind.
Originally, you were just throwing to kind of like piss it off, which it didn't really do anything.
So just to recap, we're gonna have to climb like 150 feet in the driving fucking rain onto a beholder ship, and then probably cut our way in.
I'd say you're about, if you got the crane to turn in its direction, it would only be about 20 feet up.
Ah,
Oh, I didn't realize... Well, so our rope
that's
would
not
reach
so
it.
bad. So we,
It
Okay, so we
itself
climb
is
the
going
crane.
up an additional 100 feet by,
okay, so we gotta get up the crane, and then hope for the best.
Now, if we go up like... Is that a side that we can actively get onto, or are we going to be scaling the side of the goddamn...
It's actually the crane that you're looking for that I'm actually marking right now. Was on the same. Do I say the same platform that you had planted your ship previously? Your ship being this one particular right here. You would just be taking these stairs here.
Yeah, it's... My question more so is if we bring that up, like, is it near a surface where we can effectively step onto the ship, or are we still going to have to scale the side of the ship to get to a place where we can get in?
That would be to grab one of the lower landing tendrils. You'd have to still climb your way up. You're looking at maybe like an additional 20 feet of tendril.
The landing tendril. Could we like tether it to
20
something?
feet. So it's
And
20
pull us
feet
down?
up to get to the tendril, then 20 feet of tendril, and then you would be at the concave, mind you, concave bottom, which is currently dropping plague carriers.
And it's dropping hundreds of them, you said, right?
It's a lot.
Question, do we even want to go aboard this thing? We'll get overwhelmed very quick.
Do we have any other options?
What will you guys do?
We're trying to figure that out right now.
DM Swan sits all the way in the back with a chair and some popcorn, just chewing lightly as I narrate into a soft mic. The people are very scared. This is exactly what I was aiming for. Good.
Director's cut already.
Is there a chain attached to the cranes?
There is.
What do you want to guess if we attempt to wrap a chain around one of the legs and pull it onto the dock?
Put a chain to it. Would the chain push it out?
Not if we turn the crane the other way around.
This thing came here for a reason. We should probably figure out why.
Yes, but when the other ships dock to this and the chain's attached, how do they get so far out then?
That's part of a... You mean our ships?
Yes.
That's part of a mechanism that's designed to preserve these ships. It's probably
Right,
automatic.
But how do they man to get out there, or how do they get out there?
So usually if this particular system were to be deployed in a normal circumstance, i.e. an earthquake, a storm passes through, the ships would be deployed, and then the dock crew members would then go ahead and use barges to go out, or they would just climb along the chains themselves very carefully to go out to the ship and then have them drawn back in. A, or B, they would winch them back in at the connecting points. The earlier option being the more kind of option.
Either way, it seems like we need to find a means to assault this ship directly other than with us going on board, because that just seems like a death sentence.
Unfortunately,
Yes.
I do not have the firepower, the capability to eliminate this ship with my current armament.
But we
Ish.
currently have a bigger gun awaiting or readying itself for this. So what do we need to do in order to prep this ship for its
I
payload?
believe we're tasked with distracting it.
It doesn't need moving, so what's the point in distracting something that's going to stay stationary?
That's kind of what I'm curious myself. I'm trying to understand what exactly she requested of.
I believe she would like us to prevent it from deploying countermeasures while the gun is put into position.
All that seems to be is the plague holders, or plague bearers, plague runners.
They number far too many for us to assault directly.
Mm-hmm.
What does she want us to do?
You can call her back if you want.
Yeah, Nox is going to do that because he doesn't even know what weapon she's using. If she fires it with them on there, then they're in trouble. And them charging on there, they're going to die. If they bring it on to the dock, well, great, but now they're going to rush out and swarm the dock. We take our ship to it, this thing is what? 10 times the size of our ship? It could fucking hit us and not even feel it. Nox is going to pull the chirp.
How will you call her?
He's going to pull the chirp up and go, okay, what exactly are you planning? Because we're sitting here and there's thousands of these bloody infestors jumping off this thing.
There's silence over the radio at first. And then you hear... An artificer who did... Oh, Lord. Invent a elevator. Oh, God, this thing's really tall. And you hear the clinks of metal. That thing is... I saw it chuck those asteroids. If one of those things hits me... Oh, I'm fucked. I'm definitely fucked. If you can... Just make sure it doesn't... do anything in this direction. I don't know, is there anything out over there?
We could literally pull it into the dock, wrap a chain around it, pull it down, and that might distract it well enough.
Oh, I mean, if it'll work. I'm still not ready yet, so just...
Is there a point where this gun will not be able to hit this thing if we pull it too far down? Last thing you want to do is try and do something and screw your shot.
I just want to make sure. I've only got so many of these things, so just to make sure. Do you know where the jammer is?
Yes, I do. You're looking for just north of Dead Center.
North of Dead Center, okay. Oh. And you start to hear what sounds like the twisting of metal in the distance. Or not in the distance, but over the radio. Just keep calm and keep building. That's what Granddad always said. Oh God, I should work out more. Oh, I need more noodles.
Nox is gonna look at everyone and shrug. Anyone have ideas for distracting it?
Now, would there be any flares or fireworks for? I'd imagine the dock workers would have to have a signaling option. Yeah, in case of communications failure, would there be?
You could do an
Anything
investigation check if you want.
Sure.
You have legitimately stumped us, Swan. Congrats.
I will effectively say, outside of game, it's not as hard as you think.
Is there anything that we can push into this ship, crash into,
Wait,
throw at?
odd, but
That would be it.
good.
To answer Rovin's question, is there anything that you could effectively push into this thing? Nothing at your current height.
Okay, is there anything
Is-
crane height? Are the cranes holding anything, or are they just all empty?
They are all empty at this time.
Is there something like a
this one in
wrecking ball
particular,
nearby?
the one that's closest to this, all you see is the hanging chain, followed by a hook at the end. At the bottom, you can see the crashed remains of a barge.
Okay, is there anything we could rig into a platform so we could make a makeshift elevator? And does any of us have crane handling protocols? Like, has any of us taken a class on this?
Problem, it's too low. The crane can't get high enough to.
Well, I know, but if we can get onto up to the top of the crane, and then climb onto the end of the crane, then it's only 20 feet, and we could easily send Eris up to like jam the pythons in and use the rope. Or am I misreading the situation?
Just the idea of being on a ship with thousands of these things on it is what's slightly nerve-wracking.
It ain't great, but what else can we do?
Rovin, as you're also looking around in your investigation, you do notice a box of flares located on the deck.
Oh, good. Perhaps we can use these to cause a distraction while our winged friend flies up with the rope.
I'm still curious. Why do we want to get on this ship to begin with?
My thought is we hook that crane hook up to the landing leg and pull it down. That will sure as hell make sure it can't fire any catapults.
Okay, is the crane hook is probably way too fucking heavy for Eris to do anything with. So how are we gonna get that up there? Does any of us have like some sort of levitation spell?
No, I seem to have had that beaten out of me at the jail.
Bother.
Oh, did you actually have levitation?
I had, yeah, I think Nox had fly.
Oh, damn, I'm sorry.
Do these cranes rotate in a full 360?
They do.
Has anyone here ever played with a wrecking ball at some point in their life? We keep turning
That's
this
kind of
thing.
what I'm trying to apply for.
We keep
Yeah,
turning these
these-
cranes around until the momentum builds up. Then we hopefully grab a leg and. Well,
That's not necessarily the issue, is whether the crane actually can spin quick enough to make use of the centripetal force.
I might be able to make some modifications to the mechanisms. Might take some time. Would Nox be able to modify the engine in that to temporarily be overcharged so that it could push the crane beyond limits?
Give me. I'm trying to imagine what time of day it is. Hey, you attuned to those glasses, right?
I don't know. You're the one that's...
Well, you said you were working on attuning to them, correct?
Yes, as soon as I got him, he put him on and started tuning.
Are you still wearing them?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Give me a Arcana check with your intelligence now as 19.
What?
Nice.
So do I still have to roll?
You still have to roll.
Okay, sorry.
But
Yes,
just
sir.
treat. But your current your temporary, if you will, intelligence is now at 19.
Oh, that's actually worse for me. Can I choose not to do that? My intelligence is
cannot.
20. Shit. Okay, I rolled a 10. Or sorry, got a 10.
You know what? Fuck it, I'll give you that 20. So at 11? Or
Yeah.
12? You think with enough momentum, speed, and knowing of your history with mechanisms, you could probably get this thing to wheel in such a way to wrap around a leg.
It might destroy the mechanism, but fuck it.
A lot of these cranes have like a neutral setting. Disengages the motor rotor. Get it started, disengage the rotor, and let the momentum deal with it. And not to worry about wrecking any gears or something like that sort. Maybe like a free swing. You do something like that, Nox?
It is possible. It is definitely possible. Cover me. I don't know if these things are going to detect us when we get close, but I'm going to take some time and try and fuck with this thing, and maybe I can... Pretty certain I can ramp up the engine. But yeah, essentially grab onto the leg and hopefully tear it in, and it might even throw it off kilter enough that the asteroids can't be lobbed.
What is throwing the asteroids? I mean, for more precise.
You haven't seen any asteroids be thrown.
By what everyone has said, it's coming from the ship, so obviously the ship has some sort of projectile. And even from what our gal said on the chirp, it threw them.
Well, we haven't seen it throw anything, so we're sure about this being accurate.
They said at the dock, she hasn't. She's due to lack of negative information to say that this thing hasn't done it. My logic dictates that we must believe that this is where those asteroids came from. It is you. It's the only thing that's come. And everyone has said it's from the dock, and even our gal has said it can lob them, and...
And what visually do we see that could lob the asteroids?
Probably not
part of
down
it.
here. Probably way up top.
It'd have to be a tentacle of some sorts, wouldn't it?
Would Nox... Since Nox rolled so well on his Arcana check, would he actually understand maybe the possible layout of one of these ships? Talking to you right now? One?
If the team will go, oh yeah, if the team will go over to ships and helm, that fucked up.
Not the greatest image, but it will do.
Since you can't read it too well, I'm effectively going to say that's the memory.
Yeah, I was actually going with that.
As you guys are laying out your plan, discussing out what you have in mind, you feel something. You feel me having a moment.
Have we disappointed you? We have failed the swan.
As you guys are discussing back and forth, you can start to pick up that there is a wave of energy coming up from the base towards the top.
Oh dear.
It builds up faster, and it comes up like a large green wave slowly coming towards the reach.
Oh, I think we have a gun.
And you watch this energy wave go out. Ilnaya,
Ew.
I need a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. Oh no. 16.
You feel this wave pass over everybody. Ilnaya, it comes to your attention that you are compelled to approach this ship now as fast as you can.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm gonna see that slightly and go,
I don't like this. I don't like this. Do I have to? Am I going to be able to say
You
anything?
have to.
Nia, can I say anything about it, or am I just going?
You are now going to book it towards the ship.
Nia gets this glazed look in her eyes and just bolts.
Yeah.
Go ahead and go at full. It's full speed plus a dash.
Okay, so 60 feet. Where the fuck am I?
Does she look like she's about to run off the edge?
She does not take any consideration for going down the stairs. Like, she goes, and you watch her run off.
Get her! She's.
I'm going after her.
Wait
Each
here,
of these
I
squares is
have
5
this.
feet, right?
As you hear watching down, you can see multiple plague runners falling down from the roof of the ship.
Uh-oh.
I guess Nox doesn't book it.
Each one that falls down looks immediately towards Naya
Oh no.
and moves their claws in a grasping manner. You can see their tongues falling and flailing from their mouths.
Oh,
And a
Christ.
fly forward, grab Naya, and bring
She
her
is-
back by lifting her off the ground.
I'm going to want new initiatives.
God.
And Nia did do this on technically a surprise round.
no.
Still able to do that particular action, Sean?
You watched her run off. You can chase after her on your turn if you want.
I was hoping before we engage in combat. Anyway,
I mean, she literally booked it,
I bet she outpaced my fly speed though.
but you didn't have a reaction prep for this.
Oh, fair enough.
To be fair, I didn't have a reaction prep for this. Also, I rolled a 16. That's scary. Those things oh boy, that sure is a compulsion.
Nox is at 9.
Perfect.
$20.
He is at 10, so she about to die. She about to die.
I highly doubt your brother would be appreciative of this. Not gonna...
He wouldn't, but he's also in the bag.
I can fix this.
Nox, what'd you get?
Nox is 9.
Naya, until you can beat an 18, or you can break it, you are compelled to continue to run towards this ship on your turn. Nox and Roven, as you watch Naya run out towards this ship, it becomes very apparent of what your dreams were foreshadowing.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh no.
And Roven will turn to Nox and go, and this is how you beat prophecy.
I'll be damned if prophecy beats me today.
Vale,
I'm going after.
actually, my apologies, I actually didn't get to roll for my thing yet.
Lovely.
You just DC'd. Naya.
She is
Watch her own death.
Did I scare her off?
She is temporarily incapacitated, let's say that. There she is.
Oh, thank God, she's back. I was like, man, did I anger her so much she ran?
You okay?
I'm fine. Discord was not.
All I heard from your end was squeaking. That's why I asked.
Oh no, it's fine.
She's been eaten by the cat!
Nah, Posy's just doing Posy things as she do. As she do.
Vale, your friend has run out. And all you
Yeah.
can see is one of these creatures is licking its claws as it climbs over the edge. You can now see many of these plague runners are now crawling up immediately after the roar from the ship.
Good. They're gonna be easy targets while they're crawling up. That's a... What is that? That's a... 15?
15 to hit, will
Will not hit?
hit.
There we go. You said will and then you cut out. Alright. This isn't sneak attack damage, is it?
She technically is in range and has its attention.
Eight. Plus
8
six.
damage is.
Sorry. 14.
And what are you hitting with this with?
This is a bracer dagger. So
Bracer
1d4
dagger. It goes 65
the-
feet?
Oh shit.
Balls and a hat.
All right, I'm running forward and then.
Okay.
Etc.
Run forward.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm aiming at the one by Naya. To start.
Sorry, Sean, my initiative should be 19. 16.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, that was on me. I forgot that.
Your dagger just clips the face as it seems to lose balance for a moment as you watch a piece of it fall off from the top. The top of its skull cap seems to be exposed.
Cool. I'm throwing again.
Throw again.
I'm also yelling at Kadros, you can come out and have fun now! Nat 20.
Nat 20. Dear gosh. Okay.
Look, I've got luck, alright?
This is sneak attack. Am I
Oh
correct?
no, that was
Sneak
just a hit.
That's just a hit. Okay. It's double damage still then.
8 plus. Oh wait, sneak attack doesn't happen the second time, does it?
I do not believe it does, no.
Okay, so 8, which is the double.
Yes.
Plus the 6. So another 14.
You watch as this dagger flies past, and just as it was trying to catch itself from the first one, it seems to turn and watch as the second dagger lands right into its own face, taking it out.
Naya!
Nia yells back, "What?"
It's hard to hear her over the sounds of the lightning.
When she's yelling so loud, she loses her accent.
Roven,
Nia can't hear shit, and I'm actually not sure if Nia is like doing anything.
I figured not,
Oh.
but I figured I might as well yell anyway.
Nia is still under the influence, correct?
she is still under the influence until she can break the save.
Let's change that, shall we?
And Swan goes, "What?"
Uh-oh.
So, you'll see Roven appear to just shimmer out of existence and then reappear over here. He will then move to there, and using an action, he will use protection against good and evil on Nia.
I fucking knew that bullshit was gonna fucking come out. God
That's
damn
helpful.
it. I was like, he has to be in touch range. I'm gonna teleport. Fuck you, your bullshit astral elfish selves. Fucking
I am uniquely equipped to
Y'all-
deal with situations and have done so many times.
you and Eris were gonna be my biggest problems in that damn moment. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Fucking
This is
both
a
of you.
good moment.
Naya, as you feel the comforting hand seeming to grab the back of your shirt, you feel the wave of what would best be described as comforting, soothing energy, almost even having a light scent to it of nature, pass through your nostrils. And suddenly you have control of your muscles once more. You are no longer compelled.
Oh,
Nia
good.
squawks, nearly falls over, turns to him, is like,
That's
"Thank
not
you."
like her.
And then she's going to, of course, go for the bag and just like, basically dump Mortis out because this is not a good time for anybody.
You could do that in your turn if you like.
Yeah, I'm just going to. Yeah, she's like fumbling with the bag in character, like, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Robin, that would be your turn.
And, well, with that, that is all that I can do on a single turn.
Eris.
Seeing that she's come back, I won't fly forward again. But
You will-
actually,
Go
they're
ahead.
still approaching her.
You will see that the two plague bears are directly looking at Naya, and you will see that there are plenty more crawling up the ends and walls of this place. all converging towards your direction.
Does someone still have the chirp, and are they still in contact with the AA?
Yes, but Nox is not thinking about that right now.
Oh, can investigate and bother it.
That's us, Kaya, by the way.
Sorry, what?
In chat, that's us.
In chat?
Separate. Separate.
Oh, sorry.
All right, what you doing? now?
So. Here, one sec. Let's take a look. See. I guess I'll fly. How far is it up to there? Give me some. I guess I'll fly forward and just land with him. Help protect.
You're gonna prepare your scythe?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, could you use a... Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, good. Okay, that's fine. Naya, it is your go.
Right. Nia pulls the bag of holding off her belt and just sort of opens it and basically upends it. It's like, Mortis, get out here, Mortis! She's not having the great time right now. She does not like that. That was the slimiest and worst possible feeling. It's like she kind of wants to reach into her brain and like scrape the gunk out.
As you tumble your brother out of your bag, you can immediately see that he is covering both of his ears, almost rinsing in pain.
Oh no. You hear it too.
Too loud.
Much too loud.
And he points towards your bag of colding.
Oh no, the fucking
Oh.
calamari has opinions. Well, we're just going to have to do something about that. And, okay, what's about? Oh, bother. Sorry, I have to look something up. Oh, bother. That's not anything. Okay, so, I'm sorry, I actually have no idea what to do here, so,
You could scream.
possibly, but is that the best? You know what? Fuck it. She takes a deep breath and she turns and she. She's going to grab Mortis's arm in one hand and Bovin's arm in the other and just yell at this guy over here, "God damn you ugly!" Vicious mockery, and then she's going to bolt back away, like towards Vale, like hopefully dragging them with her. Well, you know, obviously she's not actually going to manage to drag her over, so she's going to get about here before she, you know, gets jerked to a halt because she's not actually that strong. So
Okay,
she's like, "Herk!"
give me your vicious mockery.
Sure.
Or do I have to roll for him?
It's a 1 damage if he fails. It's a save against my my spell save DC, and I think it's a charisma save. Let me make sure. It might be wisdom.
Leave though.
It critically failed.
So it critically takes
As
1
it's-
damage and is now disadvantaged for its next attack.
It hisses from the site of friendship. Nox, You see a creature hiss from the side of friendship as your friend has been rescued by a team of really great people.
Very cool and good people.
Nox is going to
Go ahead.
Nox is going to pull up his rifle, aim at the closest one, fire a round at it. Today is not the day you claim one of us. Does a 17 hit?
A 17 definitely.
Ooh, and I rolled low too. 16 plus 22 damage.
You pull up your rifle and pull back, saying your cool line in the distance as the bullet cinematically flies out as this creature seems to cower from the vicious mockery. It just has time to look in the direction of your bullet as it then falls off the side back.
Nox, after that shot, just for cool factor, is going to kind of swivel the gun in his finger as he flicks the trigger guard like a old-fashioned lever action rifle and aim at the next one, but that's the end of his turn. Sadly, he does not have compression here.
Okay, what are we gonna do with the fucking calamari, though?
Calamari can
You
be
hear
held
another
back.
massive roar from the ship. As you watch the tendrils above you guys seemingly pulling back and then launching 3 large asteroids down at you.
Run!
Fuck. Oh fuck. Oh, this is the worst possible idea. This is the worst possible idea. This is the worst possible idea, and I'm not gonna have a chance to do it anyway because it might.
If you are standing in those zones, you are going to get hit. I need dexterity saving throws.
Oh no.
Do we have a chance to move first, or no?
Oh!
Your dexterity saving throw is to get you out of the way.
22.
21.
12. Oh god, and I can't remember what Mortis has. I think it's about the same. Oh god, he rolled an 8. Oh, the siblings are about to fucking die.
I got a nat 20. No, I'm sorry. I rolled a 16. I apologize. Never mind.
It was all going
If
so
you
well.
were if you rolled below, I gotta read the description of this. Fall, blah, 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 10-foot range, blah, blah, blah. Creature must succeed a DC of 12. If you fail that, you look up into the sky and watch as this large hunk of effectively moldy material lands in your spot. If not, please, if you passed a 12, please move out of the X.
Oh fuck.
Since I rolled so high, could I grab somebody that didn't roll so high? And
I'm
Could I
sorry, I
roll
cannot
on that?
allow you to do that.
What is it only get?
Not that far, Vale.
For cool factor, Nox
Damn
is
it.
going to look up and see that.
Not
with-
that. Yeah, like when I say move out, I don't mean all the way out.
What is
But
it?
effectively, like a 5-foot step out of the way. Eris, did you pass at least a 12?
11.
You got 11. Okay.
Oh no. Mortis shoves Nia, but does not manage to move himself.
On Nox's left wrist guard, he's going to punch it out, and an explosion's going to go off and shoot him back 5 feet.
You see, looks.
Could I use a cantrip? I think it's a cantrip.
Is it like a reactionary cantrip?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gust I was looking to use, but I don't think that's going to do anything, so never mind.
Roll it for me.
Roll it real good.
I think it's. I'm not even sure what this is. Yeah, cantrips, I guess. Yeah. Won't do anything for me, but who else is in the circle here with me? Let's see here.
It looks like Mortis will get hit as well.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I will try and gust Mortis out of the way.
Oh, that's good.
I can't use it on myself, so.
You could push yourself away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving this to you.
Yeah.
Just reading it, I can't. It just makes one medium or small creature that you choose.
Oh, I think you had gust of wind.
No, just gust.
Are you sure? I think you said you took it as a second level spell.
I got it posted in the roll 20 there, so.
No, but I swear, I'm looking back, Eris, down in second level spell, gust of wind.
Yeah. Oops, I think I hit it.
But well,
Hmm.
if you want to blow everyone out of the way, I think that would work. But can you use it as a reaction?
I'm throwing it in.
You know what? Fuck it. Quickly.
I'll give you this one. Next one ain't gonna be so nice.
Oh god, that would have ended very badly.
So you see this ball coming down, and it's a spell DC of I think 13 was for you
I think so.
Mox is being
for a
full
strength
badass
save.
on this.
Spell save
Also,
DC is
you know his
13, yeah.
voice has been. I'm surprised no
It
one
does
said a
not
thing about it.
pass. As you watch this ball,
Well,
it's about to
you
land
know.
on you and
I'm
Mortis.
surprised no one else is saying it.
And just as it's coming down, you get a good look. It looks like a orb with eyes and two legs on the bottom. As you push it off, and watch it fall over the edge without exploding.
Vile!
It's a spicy meatball.
Oh, don't say that.
Blech.
As you listen to the screams, this one's going to approach. Actually, sorry. Those ones come over. This one drops down. And what seems odd about this one that lands on top of the crane is you can immediately notice that it is armored in similar armor to the Sable Correctional Facility.
Oh, fuck.
We don't like that, no, no. We don't like that, no, no. We don't like that.
As that one makes a break. And that is all the layer actions I have right now. As you watch these things kind of crawl over the walls, things are falling down. It is very pivotal? Obvious to be hearing this go off. As you watch a large blue flash of light over the wall towards the city, seemingly starting to pick up.
Oh,
You
hell
see
yeah.
a large kick shot, a blue light fire over the wall and hit towards the ship. You hear a howl from the ship and the ship burns with blue.
Oh, thank fuck, they are killing it with fire. Nia suddenly gets an extremely stupid idea.
How about you keep those inside this time instead
Running
of
off into the distance!
That
Vale?
wasn't my idea!
This time!
Nia yells back.
Vale, it is your turn. As the creatures begin to descend upon your group, you hear the clicks of acid from the splat that landed.
Lovely. Sorry, 21?
21 to hit will.
That one, by the way.
Yeah.
1.
You're able to just clip one of the hands immediately, trying to take off a finger.
Cool. I got a 7 from an X one.
You take out the whole hand.
Yay!
Yay! Is Kadros doing anything?
You have not
He was
heard a
floating
word.
earlier.
You did not hear a word from Kadros.
Great.
Will that be the end of your action?
I guess so.
Rovin?
Rogan is going to saunter over to this one right here and attempt to destroy it. So, will an 18 hit?
18 will hit.
Stand by. Calculations are needing to be done. You will see him draw the dagger, and the 6 familiar spikes will gather around his fist, or within the dagger. Okay. Apologies for the delay.
Okay.
Come up, Buttercup.
So, Robin will proceed to stab this thing with a vengeance, and you'll see all 6 of those spikes go into this this thing as well. In addition to that, the dagger seems to glow kind of red, and it will be doing 28 force damage, force/magic damage.
This is just damage?
Yeah.
Oh, it's obliterated.
Oh, damn.
Your poke was not even close to, like, even needing necessary. It was gone before the dagger met the skin. As it blows out, you just see your chunks fly in the distance.
Popped like a balloon.
That almost seems like a waste. And Robin will end his turn.
I think there's a little bit of anger there, not gonna lie.
Eris?
Sorry. Here's the calculations for that, just in case.
Is there any other threats immediately in front there?
Not in front, but you hear ones above you that are starting to climb over the wall. You can also hear ones that are climbing up along the walls around you guys, making their way from the delves below towards your port.
Hmm. Do I see that person/thing on the crane?
You can.
Has anyone else noted this thing yet?
It's I'll say yeah. No one's talked about it. Someone said, "Oh fuck."
I'll ask it, what is that thing on the crane there? Is that something that's controlling these things, possibly?
Fortunately, Nox is not nearby to hear this.
Eris has asked you about what the plague runner is that appears to be dressed in Sable Corrections material.
Oh, that one. It's a long story. Perhaps we could kill it and then talk?
That's what I was verifying. This is something that needs to be killed.
It needs to be murdered if you were able to help.
That's pretty far from me currently, isn't it?
You could fly up towards it.
Start by flying up to here, if that's possible.
Okay.
And just let me look at things.
It might be leggings.
No, I think that's all I can do for now.
Do you want maybe a suggestion or an idea? Or are you okay with where you are?
Up for suggestions.
You do have another spell, Spike Growth.
I'm gonna hold on to that one for now.
You want to hold that one? Okay, just checking. Okay. Naya, Eris has taken to the skies, and your brother just barely was hit. But thanks to Eris's quick moves, you watched as this balloon-like creature went over the edge and splatted on the ground below.
Instead of on us. Yeah.
You can hear the hiss and sizzle of these acidic pools landing.
Okay, I'm going to ask something really stupid. That's probably a terrible idea, but can I hear the calamari saying anything if I concentrate?
You cannot.
Nia's going to take a gamble. Look at Moitus, tell him, do not touch me. If I start acting funny, grab Vale and have her stab me or something. She's going to reach into the bag of colding and take out the
Vale's
amulet.
gonna hear this and go, wait, what? No!
Hope very
Too
hard.
late already there!
Hope very hard that Revan's protection versus good and evil holds strong and put it on.
Vale, as you attempt to counter seeing her reach immediately into the bag and place on this amulet, you watch as both of her eyes change in the same way you did.
Oh, fuck.
Hold on one second. I have to dip back because you guys.
We're too smart. But this is a situation with a capital S. And Nia's banking on several different things. She's muttering prayers like a priest, more or less. Her goddess has purview over this kind of thing. It's a gamble. It's a big gamble, but shit's stupid, and she wants to shut this fucker up already.
Naya, if you will check your messages, you can see this on the ground.
I'm checking, and I'm checking, and I'm not seeing anything yet, and I'm checking, and I'm sort of vibrating, and I'm checking. There it is.
Sort of vibrate.
And Nia squints at it, wraps her hand around the amulet, and mutters, and thinks very hard. What does it mean? It seeks to extinguish the. Okay, it seeks to extinguish the light. Okay, thank you for the information. What do we do? They don't die naturally.
After that, all you hear is the continuous, the same thing you heard before. The research.
Okay,
must
the research will
continue.
The research will
The
Okay,
research must continue. And that just cycles.
Okay, Nia is fortunately very good at dealing with sounds, even if they are in her own head, so she's going to do her best to ignore that, and she's going to, like...
Are you going to tell the others what you see, or...?
Yes, I am. She's going to, like, take a deep breath, like, concentrate all her focus on, like, making herself heard over all the cacophony, and she's going to yell, wait, is the entire thing?
I mean, it's on the ground.
Wait, this entire thing is just written on the ground? Or is this...
It is right there on the ground.
Is it written on something, or is it just written
Yeah,
on the
metal.
ground?
On the metal.
On the metal. Okay.
Like, as if it were written on the metal.
Okay. He's like, they don't die naturally. Multiple spells are its weak point. They can't be killed. They adapt. These are the thing that are going to cause the fall. I'm not making sense. This is what this guy was researching.
No, bugger. Fuck.
She shakes her head, she turns, she looks up. Okay, are there any more of these things, or just this guy up here and, like...
You can see bits and pieces on different surfaces, but the more you wear this, I'm going to need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, fuck.
Can I take it off?
She can't. She already put it on for this round.
12.
Ah,
But I have the protection from good and evil spell still up.
we hope.
I mean, he didn't drop it.
You take 5 points of psychic damage as your mind fills with more and more information. The research must continue. The research must continue. The research. It just gets louder and louder as it scrapes the inside of your mind. It's not controlling you, but it's loud as hell.
I wish there were enough left of you for me to shake you like a salt shaker. Shut up!
Do I need to poke somebody in the eyes again?
On the bright side, this probably is at least making it less loud for Mortis, because he's got one head to project it to, and it's Nia's right now.
Is Mortis doing anything?
Mortis is...
You notice he is not holding his ears now.
Okay, so... He can only move 30 feet, and I'm just assuming this is, like, off the ground some amount.
That is off the ground.
Okay, so...
You can run underneath it. It's just a bridge.
Yeah, I figured. But this connects up here, yeah? Like, on top
That
of
is
it.
up there. Yep.
And there's no quick way up there.
There's not. You'd have to backtrack, or you'd have to have somebody lift you up there.
Especially considering how short this man is. Yeah, okay, so he's just gonna, I guess he's gonna move back to just sort of be in the same general vicinity as everyone else. And Nia, can Nia move, or is she just sort of stuck where she is with the research must continue rattling her brains?
Your action was to put it on. Your free action was to talk. You still have movement.
Okay, so Nia's going to take a couple of staggering steps back away from these things, like, fuck this guy. Oh, I'm sorry, little brother. Holy shit. She does not like this at all.
Nox, you flintlock your pistol, and you could have witnessed Eris take flight as it approaches the Sable Corrections Plague Walker. You can also see Vale and Mortis trying to assist Nia, who has seemingly maddened herself and put on the amulet. You see Rovan has blown apart a Plague Walker. What will you do as you see more breach over the wall?
Nox simply cracks his neck, but rolls his shoulders. Thank you for showing that one. Flies. What is it? Falcon, what's your guy's name? Eris.
Eris.
Thank you for showing me that one, Eris. I would have missed him. He's gonna take aim at the Sable's correction guy. This is for all the fucking beatings you gave me.
Fuck him up, Buttercup.
I guess 21 hits, eh?
21 does hit.
17 plus 6. 23 damage.
23 damage. God damn.
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
This hunting rifle does 2d10 damage, plus 6.
You hear the clink of the bullet. Wait. All right. As it passes through and strikes a portion of the armor of the creature, you actually notice it seems to then immediately... It can make a reaction. When the bullet strikes the Sable Corrections, it will immediately make a running dart down the crane. It can move up to its speed. Okay. Eris, you notice this thing running down the crane, crawling down and then immediately running. It's not looking at you as it seems to be pointing its attention towards Nox. But I'm just letting you know that it hasn't reached you yet, but I'm just letting you know where its attention's at.
Okay.
As Nox fires around, he's just gonna go, laugh, kookaburra, laugh, kookaburra, gay, life.
I remember that episode.
For a reason.
If you are standing inside one of those X's, you're going to need to roll a dexterity saving throw.
20.
Why
You may
does
jump 5 feet of your choice.
Mortis get splatted? No.
Rovan, you can move 5 feet of your choice.
It's like,
Nox, I need one from you.
So Nox initially rolled a 2, but I'm using one of my luckies. So I re-rolled and I got a 14 plus 2, so that's 16. Does that still work?
You may move out of the X.
So Nox once again is gonna put his fist out, pull the trigger. It's gonna go click, click. He's gonna with his other hand smack it, bang, and he's gonna move back 5 feet.
Mortis
Hmm?
will take 2 points of acid damage as long as he stands inside that acid,
Oh, that could
and
be
he is
worse.
poisoned.
Oof. Wait, he's undead. Can undead be poisoned? I'm pretty sure revenants can't be poisoned. That's a bodily thing they just don't do.
So he is a revenant, but he keeps his stats from his previous life.
Oh, okay.
So he would be a half elf, so half elves can still be poisoned.
Ah, I see. Okay, that makes sense.
This one's going to try to make a leap. Eris, you watch as the plague runner that was initially beside you, or sorry, running up, come up towards the edge. You see it put a large armored leg of its body on the side, and it looks all the way out towards Nox. That's gonna hit perfectly fine.
How big is this creature next to me?
It is
Compared to
your
me.
height as you watch a buildup of fluid move from inside its armor up its long neck and lob a large glob
It's
that
going to
flies.
hop.
You guys have seen this same kind of spray before, but at close range. As
Nope,
it
nope, nope, nope.
hawks this lob quite a far distance, mind you. Nox, I need a con save as it splats in your area.
Hold on. Can I do a reaction of some sort?
What would you do as a reaction?
Use Gust on the glob as it comes out to throw it off its course.
I was gonna say you did kind of stop when you got up there, so you didn't take an action.
Is that a reaction?
It's a cantrip. I'm not sure if it counts or not. I'm just trying something here.
If
Would
have
you say you?
Warcaster-
Would you say you had prepped an action?
Yeah, I'd say I'd be like, I sat here and got ready to do something for sure. If he walks up beside me, he's like, "Oh, you're gonna try something?" I'll gust the glob over to
What do I?
this side, if possible.
What would I
Is it
even
excellence
compete
enough?
your glob against?
So the gust is one medium or smaller creature than you must choose that you choose must succeed a strength saving throw or be pushed 5 feet away from you. You create a
Oh, yeah,
small
I
blast
can
of air
pulse spray
capable
as
of
well.
moving one object that is neither held nor carried and that weighs no more than 5 pounds. The object is pushed up to 10 feet away from you. It isn't pushed from the force to cause damage or causes leaves to rustle when to slime shutters.
Just simply to push it off course. That's all I'm trying to do.
A 10-foot push of the glob would.
Yep, that would push it. You go ahead and how does your magic produce? Are you just batting your wing as hard as you can to push this, or are you
Yeah,
sending
like-
a surge from?
For the gust, it would be extend the wings to a full extent and give it a heavy flap of the wing to produce this gust.
You watch as this glob leaves its mouth. When it lands, it immediately sizzles right through the metal. As the metal takes 28 points of poison damage.
Jesus.
Holy fuck.
That would have hurt.
And the sable plagueling turns in your direction.
And now you see me. Been watching you for some time. What kind of creature is this? Like, is it like undead? Is it immune to poisons or anything like that?
You could do it. You could do an investigation check if you want, real quick. I'll give that to you.
I'm just gonna know more about this thing.
Since this would be one of your first interactions. Oh my god.
Hey, homie, holy shit.
I examine.
Looking-
Since he's so close to me, I'm looking very intently. I'm like looking him up and down, kind of examining his features.
There's a mix of plant and undead-like features to this creature, but what is definitely evident is that at one point this was a skeleton that seems to have built up a large amount of blue and green mold over top of the bones and muscle tissue. You notice that protected inside of its armor seems to be a very gelatinous stack, if you will, that seems to be where it's producing that acid effect. You can definitely see, as you review over the armor, you would recognize this is actually the armor of one of the major armies within this realm, known as the Knights of the Dawn. This appears to have been an undead version of it, a much more mutated version than the runners that used to be on the ground.
Oh, you found this area.
That's a medium-sized creature, right?
Oh, no, wait, this is a different one than last.
It is a medium-sized creature, yes.
Okay.
Looks to have once been human.
Does it look
Humanoid.
fragile? If it got hunted up against a wall, would it break it in a sense or hurt it?
Its body, yes, but because of the armor, it's held together fairly protected, you would think. Over the wall, you can once again see the glimmer of light. As this large wave of light kicks over, and strikes again.
Fucking hell.
You can see bodies and burning corpses falling from this large structure as they plummet down below into the vacuum and the void that don't make it. It's on fire. Top of the round, Vale. Vale, can you give me a perception check?
$19.
Kadros isn't next to you.
Where the fuck is he?
Where does an invisible sword go?
God damn it.
From all the times you've wondered why he hasn't given you a response, or hasn't ever made an appearance, he's not
He
there at
was
all.
At the beginning of the last game though, so, or at the end of the last game.
What will you move me?
attacking that fucking thing.
Which fucking thing? There's a lot of fucking things.
The one that's directly in front of me beside Eris, because I'll get
Ah.
sneak attack because he's technically, like, right beside
He-
an ally.
He does have its attention.
Get to mark one down.
$15.
15 will hit. Actually, yeah, 15 will hit.
Oh, I've been not doing my sneak attack right. I get 2d6.
It's gonna hurt me more than it'll hurt you.
Hang on, 16 technically. $16.
16 damage.
16 damage.
Eris, you can see a blade seemingly fly up and catch this creature into its side. It seems to stumble for a second and have to correct itself.
Oh, it'll have to do it more than once.
She's angry. I don't know if you could tell. Like in a good way. In a good way. Don't worry.
22.
Constructive.
22.
Jesus tits, lady.
22 damage?
No, to hit.
Yeah, you said that.
Oh, yeah.
previously.
4.
4 damage?
Oh no, sorry. Plus 6. 10.
You strike again and going ahead and taking off one of the arms.
Good. That's all?
Can you throw more daggers?
No, unfortunately.
Like
I'd like to, but, you know, rules.
I understand. Any movement action?
I just moved a little bit over.
Okay. Roven, one of the creatures has taken up itself behind you as it's about to make a running jump at you.
Robin will glance over, smile, and then appear to blink out of existence, appearing there. We will then move to the other side of this and proceed to attempt to stab this particular plague carrier.
Do I even
Nice.
get attack of opportunity on you? No, you
No,
didn't
you do
walk
not.
out.
You
Oh,
do not.
fuck.
Does a 22 hit? I'm assuming it does. So with all the
22
complicated
does
math
hit.
that I've done, that takes 24 slash magic damage.
You have a party
How
of
much?
heavy hitters. Jesus.
How much?
20. 9 plus 6 plus 5 should be 20, yeah.
You seemingly blow out the second arm and a piece of its own leg as it stumbles to just stand on the broken part of its own leg. Its armor seems to have blown from the front part and exposing the grotesque looking sack on the inside.
Alright, Ares, I've lined them up, you knock them down.
Plan to.
It looks unhealthy, although it already was. What are you going to do, Eris?
Something silly, actually.
We do seem to love silly in this house,
He's
says
he's-
Tavard with the
I just-
calamari around her neck.
Problem is, I don't know if it's
Oh.
going to do what I think it's going to do.
Cut the tail on a stick connection on your fingers.
Do it. Do it.
Very top.
intend to reduce him to a small size.
Okay, hold on.
What's up? That was a.
I gotta make sure this works in the way I'm thinking. Hold on. You cause a
I
creature.
know what I'm
an
going
object
with
you
this,
can
but this
see
seems like a good idea. So
to turn small. You could choose the creature. If the creature is unwilling, which technically it is, it has to make a Constitution saving throw. If it succeeds, no effect. But if it fails, everything in the way changes its side. Dimensions are reduced to 1/8 of normal. This reduces from just small, for example, until the spell ends. The target also has disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Oh shit. Okay. Well, I don't remember if Con was working. Con does work in my favor.
We're making the GM think, boys and girls.
I don't think I passed your save, did I? Nope, I did not pass your save. You watch as you two talk between. Eris kind of just waves his scythe in front as this thing.
He's not happy about this.
The bones start to crack, and it almost seems to look down as itself as it shrinks down to about the size of the kobold. It is now small. It now has disadvantage on strength moves. Oh boy.
that was technically an action, I'm assuming, so I can't necessarily pick it up, right?
No.
Okay, so I figured.
Can we call it Kirk?
Oh
Can
my
I
God.
step on it finally?
If you were up here, you could step on it. You seem to be down there.
So that's an action.
Any movement action or?
Movement I want to do is with some of their actions. So I think. God damn it. Not sure how I want to do this.
Could he gust it off the cliff or off of the bridge and into the?
How about we
It's
just
not the
like,
idea.
do it for real?
I will hold my
You
movement
can use it
action
as
for
a
now.
turreted weapon.
Hold my movement for now.
Hold your movement for now, okay?
Grab it, squeeze its ass, and make its belt show at random hostiles.
Naya,
Yes?
it is your move. As your brother seems to stand inside of this acid burning softly, he looks like he's covered and not happy as he appears almost nauseated.
Nia leans over and gives the shoulder a little shove and is like, get stabbing, little bro. Is it a full action to take the amulet back off?
It is an action to take it off.
He is going to be like, we're going to talk later, and yank it off of her head and like stuff it back in the bag of golding. And then, because it's a bonus action, because it's a cantrip, she's going to Vicious Mockery, the one she just threw Mortis at.
Okay.
First.
Wait, that's two actions.
One's a bonus action.
One's a bonus action. Okay.
Vicious Mockery is a bonus action. Let me make absolutely sure, but I am 99.5% sure.
No, I would
Oh,
believe
never
you
mind,
then.
it
I
is-
was just like,
No, it is actually a regular action. Never mind. Which one? What? Because I know there are cantrips that are attacks that are also bonus actions, but this one is just an action. Weird.
you
Okay.
do have an available free action that you were recently gifted.
Pardon?
Your string?
Right. Just going to. Well, let's see. Who would? I don't think anyone here would actually benefit from this, though.
I mean, everyone could benefit from more movement.
Well, yes, but in this application, not as much because they're either too far away, like these motherfuckers over here.
Will it affect next turn?
I think it lasts like a minute or something like that. So it would last 6 rounds.
So basically, I can go further, right?
Yeah, 10 feet further.
Put it on me. My plan goes according to plan. This could be well. I wasn't sure if I'd have figured out what I'm thinking of doing here.
I think somebody's going for a tour.
Okay, wait. right. I guess Eris is getting a. Wait, Eris or Rogan? I'm sorry.
Eris.
Okay, cool.
Eris.
Thought so. So right. So Nia's going to sling her lute around and strum the strings once, making sure to add a little extra vibrato to the faintly silver glowing one. And it's like, Eris, it's all you.
You watch as she strikes these chords, and when she finally hits the first note, the silver magic of the string flies off. You watch as this silver butterfly zips off almost in a bullet manner, up and arcing, and strikes hold of you. You currently now have 10 extra feet of movement speed for it's a 1d6 round, I believe, Naya. So if you could just roll a 1d6.
You betcha. 3.
For 3 rounds, you can move an extra 10 feet.
And Mortis is going to take a chippity choppity get off my property at the guy in front of him. So that's a 19.
That strikes.
Okay. 10 damage.
He cleaves hard and watches this thing lose both of its legs as it falls down onto both arms. It stands up on just the kneecaps.
Good job, little bro. All right.
He looks angry.
Yeah, I can't blame him. Nia's going to look at the one next to her and be like, good luck.
Nox.
He's still humming to himself as it looks like Eris has the situation well in hand, and he is. I guess to go back a step, once Eris casted that gust of wind and diverted the shot, Nox is going to just kind of wave with one hand nice and slow before getting back into position, aiming down the barrel at the one in front of Naya. Laugh. Kookaburra laugh. And does a 16 hit, right?
16 does hit.
Okay, your life must be 22.
22 damage?
Yep.
Christ.
I shouldn't have given that gun. Goddamn.
Technically, I'm the one that gave it to him.
The problem is, this gun is
Done.
great, but I have lost 2 armor points because of it. So it's actually a bit of a risk for me to use.
It's dangerous. Lord, the benefits are something.
You're far away. It's okay.
Especially since it has no reason to reload and has infinite ammo right now. Because of his enchantments. Enchantment.
Any movement?
Enchantment.
No. He has a nice perch up here.
For now.
If you are standing in one of those circles, I need a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, sh-
19.
Quick question. Because the one thing is small, can Eris step occupy the same section as it? Or can he just, like, body check it off? Because Rovin and Eris...
Is it in holy fire or something?
Well, the problem is Eris and Rovin only have one spot they can both jump to.
So, according to the official rules of 5e, you can move through a non-hostile creature space, but in contrast, you can only move through a hostile creature space only if the creature is 2 sizes larger or smaller than you. Remember that another creature's space is different terrain for you.
Does
Wait,
Robin,
Robin,
this
what's your favorite terrain?
Can't you fly?
Creature's forehead.
uh,
I figured
unfortunately,
Roland would move here, and I'll just float over here.
that works.
Oh, fuck this. Damn it!
You were not expecting
I
that, were you?
I had it.
You thought you had him too, didn't you? I thought you had him. I really did.
This is getting to be some dangerous ass terrain.
The entire field continues to smell of acid and burn.
It will be your turn shortly, so.
At least it's raining, so it'll wash away before too long. It was raining, wasn't it?
Technically, this is underneath, but I can't mark it that way, so that's fine. All right, Mortis. Mortis needs to give me a Constitution saving throw. Roven, I need a Constitution saving throw.
It's a 5.
And Eris, I need a Constitution saving throw.
Ow. Bugger.
If you got above a 14, you will take 14 points of poison damage.
Jesus.
If
fucking
you got
Christ.
below a 14 or below, you took 28 points of poison damage.
Hell.
Jesus Christ.
What hit us?
You only has 30
As they all spray fungal acid from their mouths directly on. Ask Vale exactly how this felt.
I wouldn't know. I don't recall it precisely.
I believe you bit into the throat of one of these creatures once.
Precisely. I don't remember being sprayed by anything. I just remember gagging.
I took 28 points, Sean.
That's
No,
28
you took
points
14.
of poison.
No, you
Or-
got above the 14, so you got a 19, so you're.
But that was my.
No, he got a 12.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh damn, what is real low on HP? Poor lad.
We made the DM mad.
We're doing our best.
Yes, that's the problem for him.
As the wind continues to kick up and you guys gag on your acid, you hear over the top. As you watch another one of these blue beams kicks off. The blue beam hits. And immediately what you see is a large hole has now formed in the top of this tyrant ship. You also notice that each of the creatures seems to stop. In the distance, over these 6 seconds, it's quiet.
Nox is shooting at one of them.
But this is now technically your 6 seconds. And then from inside of the ship, you hear an explosion.
You son of a bitch.
Oh no.
And you watch as the keratinite flies out of the ship
Oh.
and
Give it all
crashes
back.
to the ground,
Oh no.
being followed by
Are you
Kratos.
fucking kidding me?
Called it.
You little bastard!
Oh, I did say have fun.
Well, it looks like he is.
I mean, when you got nothing to fear. The voices are going to be all over this. The nameless are going to be, like, just bitching, complaining about the fact that I've got... Fuck.
Nox is going to smirk, stand up. I'm here if you want me. You threatened me last time. Now's your chance.
As it lands with a thud, it picks itself up with this large, gargantuan-sized scythe and points at Elnaya.
What?
Nia blinks, raises her eyebrows. Well, never let it be said that you have no taste whatsoever. She squares her shoulders, raises her head high. She's like, well then. What is it they say? Come at me, bro?
Elnaya, if this is a concert, now it's time to play your final number. Make it a show.
Naya, before you do, darling, where did the amulet end up?
Back in the bag of holding.
Oh, good. Give it here right now.
Alright, Nia's going to just lob the entire bag of holding at Vale.
Vale's just gonna, like, go for it. And, like, pull the amulet off or out and just, like, wrap it very, very hard around her wrist.
Is that what you're using for your action?
Yes.
I guess so, yes.
I mean, we have a few seconds between, like...
The last thing I will say, before the ship and Kadros had chased them out, you saw one last asteroid leave the top of the ship, but because of the explosion, it tilted off and flew over the direction out towards the spire.
Fuck.
No!
You hear what seemed like a chuckle from the creature. Vale, any other movements or actions?
Contemplating.
The illustrious one moves on your initiative, doesn't he?
It does.
I think I'm gonna toss the bag back to Naya and go, well, I guess you have 2 targets to pick. Come at us, bro. And I've got daggers ready to roll.
He is
Well, you
already
guys
got her-
tossing the bag back and forth. I was going to say that's basically your turn, unless you're going to move.
Just,
Roven.
No.
The
Roll-
Keratinite
roll-
has landed with a thud, with a large thud, actually indenting the metal.
Roven is looking forward to it getting closer so we can unleash hell on it. However, in the meantime, he's going to deal with more pressing targets up close. He'll look over to Ares and go, "Are you okay?"
I'll have this guy handled as soon as I know what to do.
All right. So what Roven will do then is use Sacred Flame on the closest plague carrier.
Ooh.
As kill it with fire, as they say. Will a 16 hit?
That does.
Okay. So I need that creature to take a Dex saving throw. Of
That is a 12.
Okay, 1 moment. Plus 4. And it has to beat. Oops, that's a D8. Does not beat a 20, so that was the dex he had to beat. So it's 1d8 radiant.
Roll it.
Roll it. He'll take 8 radiant.
When you which one are you igniting?
I'm igniting the plague carrier, so not the one that's this guy here, not the one that is shrunken. Ares is going to go deal with that, and I would hate to take that away from him because he worked so hard for it.
You click your finger as you feel your natural energy pass through your hands with your sacred flame, and the moment you strike, you watch the entire body of this plague carrier, which, mind you, has not taken any damage, immediately burst up and
Radiant damage is the way to go. Got it.
That was kind of like these things are like hitting a wet paper bag. I look forward to this
For
larger
you.
creature. He should pose more of a challenge. And with that, Rogan will end his turn. Kill it with fire worked.
Holy fire specifically.
Aerith,
All right.
your plan is ready.
Since I'm already hovering here, I'm going to basically attempt to grapple this guy and start with grapple, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, go ahead and grapple.
What do I do for that again?
You're doing a contesting athletics.
Keep in mind that your small fry gets a
To roll
It's,
athletics, right?
I get disadvantage, I believe.
Yeah, and want me to roll athletics, right?
Yes. Until the target has disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. So I am in a pick. How do you do this?
Do I grapple him?
Oh, you grapple him.
Can I have a hold of my talons?
You
I
can
fly
hold
up
your
60
talons.
feet and drop him.
Might I suggest you drop him over the edge so he
Oh, I want him to hit. I want that armor.
well, fair enough.
I
Alright.
don't.
But it's covered in goo.
Okay. Oh
It's
boy.
shredded.
Possibly.
clean. If it's taking the acid damage, it can be cleaned.
So fall damage is 1d6 bludgeoning damage for every 10 feet it falls.
66 bludgeoning damage. Let's go, baby.
6d6 bludgeoning damage, please.
Do you want me to roll that one for you?
Yes, please.
Please tell me that's not one of our guys that stepped away for bio.
Ooh, that's
Oh, thank
the
God.
skeletal dude that's been shrunken. He's falling 60 feet. As I lifted him up and straight up and then let go.
Smart verb. Smart verb.
Did we literally see a heat wake off your beak?
Oh, it's a splat. It's a massive splat. But it is a splat contained within the walls of this ramp. But oh god. Oh, there's bits over here. There's bits of him over there. But oh, it's kind of like dropping a water balloon inside of a barrel. So it's just gonna go outwards from either side.
Ew.
Apparently that one got her.
You almost sense a tinge of fear in its eyes as it plummeted down. But that was actually just because it had no face. Eris, is there anything extra you need to do? I think you used up your action and your move action.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna hover where I'm at for now.
So you are 60 feet up. You are very high. Sorry, baby. Naya, it is your go.
All right, so this motherfucker is 105 feet away. All right. Okay, let's see what piece would be appropriate for this. Sorry. Okay, look. I apologize in advance. I'm playing a bard. There's going to be a bit of singing going on here. I'm just trying to figure out what exactly
You assume
is.
that, any of us have a problem with it.
Ever apologize for your bardic skill. Ever.
She has a truly lovely voice.
Absolutely. Frickin' Lou.
The only
Now
piece
she's bright fucking pink.
The only pieces I can think of not entirely appropriate. I blame the fact that I've been playing both entirely too much Final Fantasy XIV and entirely too much Warframe. So,
Bullet jump.
I can't bullet jump. I'm playing a human, not a not a war crime robot.
That sounds like you weren't trying hard enough.
Okay, let's see. So I can take her, I guess, over to here, I suppose. So we're then again, we should probably present a united front here. And never let it be said she's not got some bardic innate sense of narrative drama going on here. You know what? Fuck it. This is suitably menacing when sung at an enemy. So she's going to go about here. She's going to strike her lute, and she's going to start singing. Welcome and well met, my brave little spark. How long you've wandered, and bright as the star. Oh, I have awaited you patiently all this time. Past every fate, now sing with me once more. Share up your life. Far greater than memory, its loss and love words cannot hold. Boundless the tale overflows, and carries your light out to sea. And she's going to turn and let's see. I'm trying to think what would be most appropriate here, because nothing she can do reaches this thing. She's just being menacing in its direction right now, because fuck it, she's a bard. She's going to be dramatic as fuck. Mortis is probably going to take a chop at this guy, so... Dirty 20. And another max damage roll. What the fuck is this? apparently the innate sense of narrative drama also applies to the little brother.
Never ever doubt the narrative drama.
Okay, so Nia's
So it
just
was a
going-
dirty 20 and then a 10. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what are we doing damage here? What am I
Yeah.
adding? What am I?
So he's chopping this guy down because it's
Okay.
in front of him, and may as well deal with the enemy in the way.
That will kill.
You figured. So he just sort of bisects it, kicks it off the edge. Fuck off, buddy. We don't have time for this right now. And then he's going to move up and sort of, because he may not be a bard, but he too shares this innate sense of narrative drama, and so he's flanking Nia as she stands there, bold as brass, feet planted, shoulders back, head held high, singing at this thing that's probably about 15 times her size and ready to come at her.
Okay.
And I'm going to give Vale Bardic Inspiration because I have a feeling she's going to be. Actually, I would give it. Actually, can I reach Nox with that right now? I don't think I can. It's actually no, he's within 45. I think it's within 60. Let me make sure. But where is the card page I have? Okay, come on, he does. Within 60 feet. So I'm actually going to give it to Nox because that motherfucker is hitting. He doing the big slap. So yeah, Nox now has Bardic Inspiration.
Nox, you have Bardic Inspiration.
Nox is just gonna quietly smirk, sing babies.
Nox, it is your go.
All right, this guy's a big motherfucker, right?
He's a big ass motherfucker.
So, question. My gun has a basic range of 80 feet and then a max range of 240. If I'm correct, this guy is just out of that range, but if he's bigger, am I suffering a penalty? Yeah, so he's just out of the basic no penalty range. Because he's big, do I still suffer that penalty?
Can you hit the, I don't know, broadside of a barn? Is this minute of big ass motherfucker?
Sorry, I was answering a question. What was the question? Sorry, I apologize.
So
My brain only has.
Nox's gun has a minimum, or has a normal range and then a range where you roll at disadvantage. But because this guy
Yes.
is big, does he still roll at disadvantage?
Yes. It's still there's a lot of wind going on. The rain's coming down. There's a lot of factors that could affect the bullet.
Now, it is an enchanted bullet, but alright, I'll go with that. I'm not gonna bitch. Oh, thank God, 2 high rolls, okay. Does a 22 hit.
22 will hit.
I rolled a 15 and a 14. And what does Bardic Inspiration do?
You get an extra d6 that you can roll to add to, I believe, to hit or saving throws. Basically, like, not damage, but other things.
Okay, gotcha. So I'll keep that in mind for my hit. He does 15 damage to it.
All right, go on.
That's the end of his turn, and he's actually stopped singing. He's now just focusing down the barrel, slamming that fucking receiver every time he fires.
It's going to charge. Naya, you are. I'm so sorry, sweetie. In range.
Yeah, expected. Right, the price of defiance is death.
Does a 28 hit?
Yes, unfortunately.
I have to ask. As you watch the Great Scythe come up and smack down for 21 points of damage.
Oh, she's still standing, but she's not happy. Actually, I
You
think she
watch
voted
as it
for
raises its scythe back up again.
No!
Oh, this is going to hurt.
Does a 14 hit.
Actually, no.
It, as the scythe comes down and you feel the strike of the first blow, feeling your rib cage immediately singe and hurt as you feel the air gasp out, you can just notice as your brother seems to try to clip your head down to miss the second strike.
Neo,
I think
wheezing, one hand, like bleeding, spits out a mouthful of blood. Is like, that all you got?
There's no shot from over the wall by Yai.
Oh no.
Vale.
Where's Cadro?
Did we lose Vale? Oh, Kadros, he is roughly about 20 feet up, but he is a distance. He can move. Okay. A creature of his ability has a movement speed of a lot. I just fucking lost it. Hold
I have to ask just because I feel like this is the thing. Does he not have an ability to recall directly to Vale?
That I don't remember in his ability list.
Okay then.
If he does, it's news to me.
Used to me too, but I thought I'd ask. It feels like a relatively normal thing for an extremely powerful magical sword, but honestly, he is first and foremost a dragon.
Some days I just stop asking questions. Not that these are bad questions. I'm just like, okay, shit.
His full movement is a total of 80 feet.
Holy shit.
He is a fast motherfucker.
Good.
Not quite fast enough to get there, but fast. Although couldn't
Sorry, apologies. Let me give you control.
Me or other people?
I gave him you control of him.
Where is he?
He's all the way by the ship.
way up on the big chip token.
And he has, sorry, how long speed?
80.
80 feet.
Can we, like, since we didn't see where he was, could she maybe have moved him on her first turn? As well? Because,
He was following the creature out.
I honestly didn't even know where the fuck he was, man.
so can we say he was,
So-
like, he starts out, like, about where the critter was? Since he was chasing it?
I mean, he literally rented the creature out of the window. I was willing to give you that much.
Oh, that's fair.
I mean, at this point, I just want him menacing the creature from the behind as best he can, I guess.
You can technically hit him with telekinetic rend if you wish.
I mean, yes, please. it, DM. This is not on my selection of knowledge. I know what his stats are as a sword.
You watch him whip a bit of psychic energy from his gem that flies out from the sword. It strikes the creature for a total of 10. Any other movements or actions?
For me or from him?
Total.
Okay. Do we technically act as separate entities, by the way? Sorry.
No, it's the same thing as Mortis and Naya.
Or compression.
I mean, yeah.
Yes, he is after. He is after.
Roven?
You have to spend a reaction.
You can see that the smaller beings have kind of frozen in place, seemingly after the ship has caught fire, and is only now the Keratinite.
Fantastic. Let's get this party started.
Naya's not doing grand.
We'll have to change that. As
she's come so far.
So as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on the big guy.
Okay.
I'm going to move into strike position. This guy's frozen, right? So I'm basically ignoring him at the moment.
Okay.
I would like to perform an attack. Does a 23 hit?
23 hits.
Great.
Maths. So this gentleman here will take a total of 28 force
Oh my god.
magic damage.
Jesus Christ! On a pogo stick.
That'll teach you for smacking my bard. Bard is with me.
Anything further?
That shall be it, I think.
Oh, I love Hunter's Mark.
What does Hunter's Mark, or does it do anything additional I need to know of?
So Hunter's Mark, and I'll just read it to you. You choose a creature you see within range and mystically mark it as your quarry until the spell ends. You deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack, and you have advantage on any wisdom, perception, or wisdom survival checks you make to find it. If the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to mark a new creature. So basically, I just used it to do an extra 1d6, or if this thing tries to run, I'll know where it goes.
Gotcha. Eris, your go. This massively large creature is getting. It as a great friend once said, it's a rocket punch game. But it seems to have a large, wide sight that can reach out far.
The
Its
large
body
wide
is-
wedge against the bard.
Its body produces spores as it seemingly targets a creature of choice.
I don't think I want to get close to this thing, so. What can I do? What can I do? I'm gonna stay where I'm at, up to this high.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast. Let's see here, one second.
You cast Kitty.
Is that
Kitty
Callie
wants
or
food.
Cuba?
It's Callie wanting food because it's late. Fog cloud over these two, trying to make him harder for him to hit them.
Do I have a fog cloud? Draw a circle. How big is your circle?
There you go. One to engulf both of them, though, so.
Really? You're not gonna let me do it? Okay.
Anyway, as long as you know that that's both of them.
There it goes. Yeah.
It works.
Actually, movement-wise, I do want to kind of starting to move closer to Nox, if I could. So I think.
Okay.
1 second, let me just measure it out.
And I have not forgotten about the time, guys. Thank you for giving me your time tonight.
I'll end up over here. I'll stay at 60 feet high. I'm just going to go directly over to this point.
Okay.
That'll be it for me.
Ilnaya, you've just finished spitting out blood and watched as the Keratin Knight has taken massive damage from Roven. Your bones hurt, and your brother is
Everything
also
hurts.
injured. You almost clipped your head as he just saved you.
Okay. Well, he is mind is a little bit blank. This is a little scary. This is the closest she personally has ever come to death. I think. Well, I have. She sort of squares her shoulders and is like, she's going to face it bravely if she has to. There in the fog.
What's your plan?
I don't really have one, but Mia, being the clever little fogs she is going to cast Fairy Fire on this guy, and basically he's going to light up bright purple, giving advantage to every attack made against him. And she's going to grab Mortis's arm and just very gently just draw him back to the far edge of the fog cloud, staying quiet.
So you are moving out of range,
Out of range,
which
but
does
in the fog
trigger,
cloud.
but you are triggering attack of opportunity.
Oh, never mind, then I'm not moving. And I guess I'm just going to keep singing then.
Even when obscured?
And that's what I was wondering.
Heavily, hold on, I'm just reading this. A creature effectively suffers from the blindness when trying to see something in the area. Does that just mean I can't? Cannot see it, automatically fails any blah blah. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and attack the creatures. The blind creature can't see. It automatically fails any ability. It does not say I can't take a attack of opportunity, but I'm going to have disadvantage.
Mia is probably going to die either way. Well,
Oh, hold on. If you are blinded in a fog cloud or in darkness without the ability to see into it, or the ability to see invisible or other heavily sphere, you do not get the ability to see it. You are fine.
So he is going to gently then
Dip.
Thank God it doesn't have blind fighting.
20, 25, 30. And we're going to be over here. And he is going to give Vale's up next to Vale, Bardic Inspiration.
Vale, you get the Bardic Inspiration.
Thank you.
You only did a move,
Not-
right, Mia? Oh wait, you're doing action. Never mind.
move-
Yeah.
I cast Fairy Fire on this guy, so all attacks on him get advantage.
That's all. At least I can hope for. I was going to say, get close. Nox will heal you, but
I did come closer to you though, but this is as close as I can get.
yeah, fair enough.
Nox, what will you do?
Loading up another round. He's firing, I guess, with advantage now. Does an 18 hit?
18 does meet it. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, this guy is he could be having the big slaps.
15 damage again.
Nice.
Fucking rolling low with those. That sucks.
Okay, you're still doing this. You're still hitting. That's all we can ask for.
Rovan.
Hit me.
Son of a good.
What you got?
Kill me! Do it! Do it now!
Do it now!
Oh
if you
no!
do not, I will kill you!
Oh god, he has a. You have some sort of retaliation.
Oh. Oh.
As it has lost the target among the fog, it turns back into your direction. And you see that it inhales. As it inhales, you get actually a pretty good look that this thing is basically a large skeleton of hardened armor, but the inside is squishy. And you see that it kind of compresses outwards, kind of trying to, as if like overflowing a balloon within a compartment. And it's going to blow out towards you. I need a con save.
Do your best.
Oh boy.
Shit, I should have given you the information.
Now, 1 second here. Hunter's Mark. Does that do con? Wisdom, perception, or survival? Okay. What will a 15 con give me?
As you look up at this creature looking back down, you take the brunt force of a large acid cloud filling into your area, taking 26 points of damage.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
This seems to be a much larger version of what these plague runners are capable of. As the plague runner that was behind you actually dies.
Ah!
Yeah, that will take me out as well. It wouldn't have if you hadn't hit me with that other. But yeah, that is.
Oh,
That's not
good.
dead, but that is now a. Death
You
saving
knocked out?
throw. I'm knocked out.
Okay.
Reuben!
There's no strike from the wall.
Oh no.
Vale?
It's right up against the wall, yeah?
Is it right up against the wall? It is right up against the wall. Vale, will you roll for me a 1d6?
1d6, right? She was literally just taking a sip of something half heard.
That's a 5. You did hear me, right?
No.
Oh,
Yes, you can check your messages. Sorry, guys. For those who can't see, I don't have a Kadros voice in my head yet, so that's why I haven't technically spoken out loud. So it's technically telekinetic, which is part of this creature's ability. But until I come up with a personal voice, which I haven't come up with a personal voice yet, it's all done through messages. What will you do, Vale?
Dash is double speed, right?
It is double speed.
Now, if I grab somebody and try and move them, then I'm moving at half speed, yeah?
with the strength check.
Yeah.
What's this guy's range?
10 feet.
Excuse me, I may need to do some measuring. Fuck it. I'm gonna book it weirdly using my ability to run on walls, and I'm gonna grab Rovin and try and drag him out of the way.
Oh, shit.
Like, I'm figuring I'm literally running on the side of the dock.
It will go for a strike for you.
I know.
I just let you.
Hold on, how is it going for a strike when she's like on the?
Because if she's running up, you have to be within 5 feet to essentially grab him, which
Oh,
means you'll be
yeah.
here. If you're gonna go back over the edge, either way, if you're leaving his range, you're gonna have to be within 10 feet.
I mean,
Yeah, that makes
I've
sense.
got one more luck, so I can always use that.
Where are you gonna pull him?
Just out of his range, the best I can. Assuming I can grab him.
He can't contest you. It's just an athletics check, I think.
Cool. Well, let me do my check. Shit. Hang on.
Rovin, how much do you weigh?
17?
17 will be enough to pull Rovin.
Just out of the way. Just so he's not in the main spot. I may end up needing to keep dragging him out of the way for a bit, but still.
And I'm assuming a 20 will hit.
Alright. Gimme.
you feel the brunt force of the scythe clipping you as it does smack for a total of 21 points of bludgeoning.
Jesus, it's
I'm gonna make you re-roll that.
Okay.
Damage?
Or to hit.
Probably the hit.
It didn't get better.
Well, maybe I get him 5 feet and then I collapse on top of him.
Oh, you out?
I'm out.
You
Hey,
both
hell.
slide to the ground.
Oh, I hate this.
As you slide to the ground, Vale, the last thing you hear is that in your head before you watch a large blue light shimmer
No.
Nox is quiet.
and you hear a scream from Kadros. This creature, as it has swiped onto Vale, is barely able to see itself as you watch the blade enter in from the side of its body and immediately get crushed down to the ground. It falls onto both of its knees and is now hard prone. As it I hate my... Da-da-da-da. It takes a massive point of damage. It will definitely not pass that. And you hear the clinking of metal as Kadros lands on the ground.
This thing is taking all of us out. Okay, that's exhausted.
Eris, you can see this thing pulling Kadros out of its side and throwing it to the ground.
Would I even know what Kadros is, as you say?
Kadros is the sword.
Right, character-wise, I probably wouldn't know that.
Kadros is a sword.
I don't know if it was mentioned to him though.
It was not.
With Nox's free action, he's going to look at Eris. Take her and run!
Eris is 60 feet above you by the stairs there, by the way.
You can see a large amount of acid and fluids coming out of the side of this thing. It seems to be trying to staunch the wound.
Where's Vale in all this right now?
Up by-
Vale is also out.
No, but where is she at? Like,
Oh,
location?
I'm just... Keep this in mind. While you're thinking of what you're doing, Rovin, I need a death saving throw.
I've passed with 18 on my first death saving throw.
Good, glorious. Okay,
Good job.
Eris, back to you.
I don't have any healing that I know of. I think I even have any potions.
We did not get a shopping trip.
Oh, no.
Who's able to do healing?
Naya.
Naya has
And
healing,
Nox.
but only by touch. I don't think I have access to healing word yet. I'm pretty sure that's a 3rd level. If I do, I am a nitwit.
Crap. I literally have nothing to heal with.
Well, I do have 2 healing potions if you want to go pick my pockets.
But does he know that?
You wouldn't know that, no.
Call to Nox. Nox, who's got healing? I have nothing on me.
Take Naya. Keep her
Naya's
out of
down.
harm.
I'm fine, I'll help.
Naya's the bard, Vale is the assassin.
Naya, you're a half elf, right?
Yes.
Are you able to get Rowan up, Naya?
I would have to get closer, but I should be able to, yes.
I think he's like right next to you. No, that's your brother. Rowan's up by.
Vale.
Yeah, Robin and Vale are up over there behind the critter.
Oh, bollocks.
I withdrew,
Okay.
not expecting this to be as bad as it is. Okay,
What am I thinking? I'd have to come down. I would have the moon, but I have to come down to pick you up.
that's a problem.
Do you have any potions on you, Naya?
I don't have any potions.
It'd have to be our turn to give you one anyways.
Yeah,
How's the creature looking? Like, is it nearish death?
It
or-
is stumbling and holding its side. That crush
Right.
did terrible things to its inside.
Is the sword still on the ground behind it or outside of it?
It is still inanimate on the ground. The blue light from it is out.
No.
Sometimes sacrifices are made.
Yeah, I'm trying to think here. Sorry, guys.
Vale's gonna sit over here and cry, even though she's not conscious enough to do so.
wait, I can't get Vale up anyway if she's technically undead. No healing spells work on undead.
No, we agreed that healing works on her.
I'm
Oh,
only
okay.
partially undead.
Okay. She's not quite dead.
To
Oh,
start, I
thank
guess
God. That actually, completely was in my mind, too.
I'll come down in front of Vale here too.
Clan to clan communication.
Land in front of Vale for starts, so I'll come down the 60 feet and land in front of Vale.
How about we start with, Roven? Because Roven's the one with,
I have no
By the
healing.
way, Naya, you mean, right?
Yeah,
Same.
Naya's
Yeah.
over here, Vale is over here.
Sorry, I got them mixed up.
That's alright.
Yeah, I'm landing in front of Naya.
Alright.
I'm coming down 6 feet and landing, and then. That's what I got. What do I got?
So I guess Naya's going to piggyback? Or is he going to grab her with his talons? Or how's this going to work?
I can't move anymore, so that's a mess. Because
yeah,
I'd
I
have
mean-
to be an action for her to grab you, right? So.
Yeah, okay, so. Alright.
I'm not using it, just trying to see if it gives me more information. No, it doesn't give me more information. Okay.
You're trying to figure out spike growth?
It makes difficult terrain, and if it moves, it takes damage.
Stop
And
with
pretty big.
Effectively, it launches a 20-foot
no,
radius
charge you, but you're going to keep my power.
centered on the point within range, twists and sprouts, spikes and brambles. Becomes difficult terrain. Yep, it takes 2d4 points of piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels through it.
That's what I say. Come by every now and then.
I go hold my action at this point to defend Naya if a situation arises.
Okay.
All right.
Naya. Your friends are out. Kadros is down.
Don't.
This creature seems to be holding its side. There's fluid coming out of its mouth and sides.
Okay. All right. Okay. Don't panic. Don't panic.
So visually, I'll look a little singed on the feathers and whatnot from the acid attack earlier.
He's going to pat his back, be like, hang in there, and then she's going to lean around him, squint through the fog, and she's going to cast Shatter on this big motherfucker because maybe we can take it out. Maybe it can die. So it's going to be a Constitution saving throw against her spell save DC. And I'm not sure if it counts as... It probably doesn't count as inorganic material. I mean, it's unnatural, but... Not going to argue that. Her spell save DC is, I think it's 13?
Because of the way you were that, it would count.
Oh, cool. Disadvantage, then.
And how much damage? Or do I have to roll for...
Roll the con save, and then it takes 3d8 or half that on a successful save. So in this case, 17. And that's disadvantage, so roll again. You! Not you, this thing.
You watch as large chunks of its armor flies off, its back entirely exposed. It's definitely spewing more and more fluid out.
Nox, take the shot. Still have advantage, by the way. That I haven't taken a hit since, and that was an instantaneous spell, so it doesn't break concentration.
Nox, it is your turn. There's a large amount of fog between you and
Now
this creature.
But he is above it, isn't he? Because he's at his elevation.
First is above it. Second of all, fairy fire cuts through that.
Oh, it's highlighted like a motherfucker.
Yep,
Yep.
this thing is a bright purple beacon.
I've had enough of you. You leave my friends alone!
$21.
21 hits.
All the chances are I can see that bullet. Pretty slim one, too. Yeah, never mind.
It's good. You want to watch a bullet?
I was
It's
gonna
good.
make
You
21,
have to
it's
squint.
either massive or it's moving pretty fucking fast.
You're gonna need to squint really hard.
How much
Don't worry about it.
is 25 damage enough?
You watch this thing fall into its chest.
Thank fuck.
Kill
Does it look dead?
Confirm the kill!
Does it look dead?
As the bullet finishes hitting from over the wall,
Thank fuck.
you watch as this large beam of light kicks over, a massive one if any, and strikes. We gotta pick a different one for this. Strikes the ship. You can actually see the Keratin Knight reach up with its claw towards the ship as if we're trying to climb with the last of its energy. When this strike hits, the air becomes metallic tasting. And for a second, you hear as I struggle to locate the sound effects I want in life, because I didn't prepare that far. Not that. Not that. Let's try this one. Try that one. Seriously. Okay, well, I can't find it for right now, but effectively, as the air kind of instills itself, there it is. The ship starts to crumble in a weird way. The entire body kind of moves like water. And then from the front, this humongous tentacle shoots out from the top, from the front of it. It whips out a few times, striking one of the cranes and taking it down. It stops and plunges back in on itself, wrapping itself around the ship. And the ship seemingly implodes as it pulls itself in.
Thing isn't dead, but at least it's gone.
Leaving behind this large singularity.
Lovely.
There's no vacuum, but you just see this large black sucked in effect as the keratinite seems to hold its hand up and lean itself against the wall of the port. Rovan, if you were conscious but you're not, you would the sensation.
Cutting out, John.
You would feel the sensation of a gateway. The keratinite seems to turn in the direction of the four of you, but it cannot lift its arms or body. You are out of combat.
Nox looks at Naya.
Already
Get Vale, I
on
got
my way.
Rovan!
I'm going. And so she bursts into a sprint and is over there basically immediately. Well,
Are they up or down?
they're up. No, they're down actually. They would be down. So yeah, they're under the bridge, not on it. For a minute, I was like, oh, we went to boost. It takes a moment to pick up Kadros and sort of shove him through her sash. She'll take a look at him later.
As you try to pick up Kadros, you see the metallic sword bits fall off, leaving
No!
nothing but a cracked gem.
No.
We'll get to you later. I swear to God.
No,
You're
No,
fine.
I know. I'm just the. Ah!
Ah, illustrious one, you dumbass! She instead wraps it up. She just sort of folds it up in the hem of her shirt and ties it in a knot so as not to lose it. And then she goes down to her knees and casts Cure Wounds on Vale.
Vale, you feel the life refill your lungs.
Ow. So 6 HP back. I think it was. Thank you.
Nox is going to run over and slide to Rovan. He's going to then pull out his multi-tool and starts laser cutting the wounds close. miniature robots are going to come out from a compartment in his new gloves and start injecting him with various serums. He's going to restore 12 HP.
Damn, impressive.
Roven, you awake with life breathing into your lungs.
You have my thanks again, I think.
Are you all
Strange medicine man.
Strange
Oh.
medicine.
Nox, unfortunately, isn't even going to say anything. Like, Robin may come awake, but Nox is already walking towards this thing with his scimitar in hand and a pistol in the other hand. And just fire a shot off at the one thing's thigh, slash its arm open. You better give me answers!
See me in front of it with the moon signal ready as well.
What is that singularity?
It just seems to lean defeated.
Can Nox cure wounds and then shoot it again?
So there is a D&D rule that says you're not allowed to let your players heal the monster just to go ahead and do that again. But for the sake of the cinematic moment, I'm going to let you try. Give it a medicine check.
Nia, once you're sure Vale and Ribbon are alright, is approach this thing. But
I'm waiting for somebody to come back from the bathroom real quick. I know that they slipped away, so that's why I'm...
Does 12 work?
You can watch your nanites attempt to fix this thing, but it's not regaining HP.
I will make your suffering eternal. Answer me, or you will pray that your god ends your life.
Nia's going to put a hand on his forearm, not looking at him, just Nox, I don't think it quite gets it. Let me try. And there is a wealth of menace in her voice despite her tone.
You have ideas, Nia? Go away.
She takes a deep breath, sighs, nods, steps in, carefully avoiding its limbs, not inflicting any more pain. And she finds its head. How big is its head compared to the rest of her? 'Cause I'm not sure.
So you're looking right now. Your space fills its head.
All right. So Nia's going to crouch down next to it and sort of stretch her hands out and like put one hand on each side of its face and look into its eyes. Do you understand me? And she's going to wait for some sort of response, because there's no point in asking questions to something that can't answer them.
No. Nanites didn't heal. Nanites didn't heal.
He does not break eye contact though.
He does not seem to give a understandable answer.
Just for what it's worth, Nox steps back and goes heal Vale and Rogan. Vale gets 16 HP, Rogan gets 12 again.
Nia, in her terrible ideas phase, is going to lean in and sort of press her forehead against the creatures and, like, I don't know, try to commune with it in some way. Just like, any answers you can give. You came for me. Why?
It seems to try to look out in the direction of Vale, who had wrapped the amulet around her arm. But as it reaches, its hand slumps back down. Getting a good look at this thing, you get a more full picture of its appearance. It is mostly skeletal. What is on the inside is slowly draining fluid. As its arm falls down, you can see that there's bits and pieces of cloth that are somehow intermeshed between its skeletal body. And it pulls one of these pieces off. And you can see between its two fingers, it holds it almost out towards you.
Nia hesitates for just a second, then pulls a dagger out of her bag of holding and sort of hooks it under the cloth so as to take it without touching it, because this shit is full of God knows what. And she moves it closer to examine it.
As you get a closer look at examining it, it's hard to discern, but you can see that there's some kind of symbol that's underneath all the gunk. It almost even looks like embroidery. And you can see that the two bug-like eyes that kind of shift and look towards you look back towards the singularity. That came from the singularity.
The cloth that it picked out of itself?
No, that roar.
Oh.
And then suddenly, towards the direction of the singularity,
Stuff.
Nox would be looking right at that.
Nia looks up and is like, "Oh, the fuck is that?"
in the sclera light of its eyes, you can see four large standing figures looking down.
And you are?
You are not welcome here!
Other than utterly incapable of communicating in any other sort other than maniacal laughter.
Yeah, laugh it up, ladies. Give us 13 levels or so. You won't be laughing then.
This appears to be more work.
There's no good deed goes unpunished.
Singularity closes in on itself.
Was there any indication about what that might have been, who those might have been, lore, any information, anything that we can roll?
I think I know.
It matters not. They do not belong in this realm.
You're not welcome, and we will banish them, right, Rovin?
We're not
It
letting.
is my sworn duty to do so. I am required to, regardless of what you choose to.
Nia puts the cloth to the side, sort of tangled around the dagger. She's going to have to wash it.
I apologize. I have to put a lot of tokens on here super quick. Guys, I know you guys have held out so well. I am so proud of you. My sincerest apologies.
This is great.
We can handle the wrap up. We're fine. I think Drew says he's got the days off.
Yep, I don't have to drive anywhere till Friday. Life is good.
I have to be work in the morning.
Okay, I'm going. This was right about there. Okay. You see, as the singularity closes, and you turn back towards the carriage tonight, what was left underneath turns to slime, leaving nothing but the skeletal remains. Each and every one of the plagues that you plague runners you guys had seen seemingly falls apart into bits of nothingness, except just bits of spores, which go inert.
It has a weakness.
As the cloud seems to clear, and the area becomes active, you see rushes of people seemingly approaching from outside the gate.
Those that don't
Yeah,
want
yeah.
social interaction, step back now.
Nia
That
stands up and
requires
calls,
the ability
"Careful!
to
Mind the
move.
puddles! Careful! Do not step in that. It's acid. It will hurt you."
Sorry, I'm gonna move them out of the way, but as the people seemingly get there to kind of look and get a good response of what's going on, out from the middle of the crowd, and I apologize, I cannot do this correctly as I would like to due to the time. You watch as the tribe of 12 goblins and a kobold come forth. They spot all of you and immediately go stomp, stomp. Ah! Boom! Bacon!
Is that like our official name now?
I guess it is.
Really, we have no choice.
Well, it is what it is.
As the entire field of people seem to cheer and crowd, immediately rushing to your aid however they can. You find clerics, wizards all like trying to shove as many potions down your throats as possible.
My word.
Thank you. We are quite fine. Thank you.
That was closer than any of us would have liked, but we're all right. We're all right. Thank you. Nia skirts this thing and makes a note to ask Revan to do his holy fire trick on it to make sure it stays where it is. Dead, that is.
All that remains of the keratinite is the bits of skeletal remain, bits of cloth, and a very massive ass scythe.
Nia debates
All that
picking
remains.
up the scythe.
It's a huge style weapon, but I'll leave that to you, ladies and
Okay, I
gentlemen.
Harris will turn to
Congratulations.
Nox. You think that makes a fine addition to the ship? Be mounted on it?
New figure.
If I could, I would have this thing's skull mounted to our ship, so I think the blade is good enough for us.
I mean, the skull could very much be mounted. It does seem to be intact, or close to intact.
I think it's time for a rest and a drink. Had enough of this day.
Yeah.
Sean, I
Yeah,
do want to
that
loot
whole-
this body here, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
looting-
We will take care of looting in the chat room. You guys are wicked tired, but I will tell you, you all succeeded. And if you guys will just be observant of downtime, let's do downtime player. You will all be updated as of tomorrow. If you can at least give me this is your last roll for the evening. If you're going to be looting bodies, you are going to be using your harvesting kit. And this thing,
Is Kirk with the goblins?
they're still holding his mouth.
Ah,
Will be a good influence on him.
I'm suddenly really glad I saved those fuckers, and we saved them and such. Fuck.
The goblins are great. I'm so glad we have Gobby Bros. This is
The-
great. The Gobby block.
The unsung
It is-
heroes.
It's technically a medicine check.
Oh, Nia's gonna sing the shit out of them.
But if you give me a medicine check for your harvesting kits, if you work together, I will let you know of what you salvage of the bodies. God damn.
fuck, I'll let you guys
Nia
handle that.
can't do shit.
You can use your inspiration if you want.
You know what? Fuck it. Sure.
Give me a reroll.
Oh wait. Oh, I haven't. Oh right. Inspiration, not bardic inspiration. 13.
Okay.
Nia goes about distributing just cures where she can and hugs where she can't, and
Robin isn't particularly helpful either with a 10.
You're still getting the taste of acid out of your mouth.
For what is worth, Nox is going to walk back over to Vale and say, I value you as a good friend and an ally. For any mistakes I may have brought to you, I'm sorry. But I don't think I could do any of this without your support. Thank you.
Sorry,
Next time,
who
don't
are you
shoot
talking
me.
to?
he
Fail.
gets a boost from Mortis and then pulls him up after, and then goes over to Robin and is like, I'm sorry I ditched you behind the giant skeletal monster, and thank you.
And as we slowly pan out from the scene, what a wonderful, glorious, what a wonderful, glorious day with unanswered questions being left appropriately. No, there will more answer in a second.
Nia's going to go over to Vale after she's talked with Robin and like sort of pull her aside and give her the gem and let her know what she found and what seemed to happen.
And with
Flashlight
that,
and
I
all
will
that.
let you guys know that the last thing is you guys have all leveled up. You are now level
Yeah!
5.
Yes. Yes.
We can stop recording whenever you're ready.